then we get the chicks.
The Fan.
Hey, what'd it do? A little lackluster on your part.
That was?
Yeah.
No, it
What? What are
wasn't.
you
It was
talking
lackluster on my part.
What'd you do?
I thought that was good.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
like
good,
it.
except
You didn't
I
like it?
did not have his mic potted up.
Oh,
he
is that
had
what
it
it was?
on. It was the little slider here, the volume wasn't on.
When I was driving in, you were pretty low on the mix, Buckley.
Thanks.
You're not anymore.
I'm Jason Swigard, and I can't control the sound of my voice.
I noticed that as well, and then I moved it up.
But I never know to, like, should I text when I hear something like that? Like,
Yeah,
Patrick
it's-
Harris did yesterday.
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
did he text?
He said, "Hey, I think you should pot up a little bit. Your voice is a little low."
Yeah, it's always weird when you're like, do I mind my own business? It's like when you see something on the street and you're like, I don't know if I need to be in this auto zone right now. It's like a weird, like, do you say something? I find it best to just mind your own business.
Yeah, I didn't text him.
You thought about
I
it.
just turned the channel.
I have that every now and then. Because I assume that when I text in, I'm going to get one of these thanks tips, like we're aware.
Yeah.
Like we've been battling
Well,
all
he
day.
should be aware, but
Yeah.
maybe they're not.
I don't know.
Or it sounds different out there than it does in that room, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
what do you do then?
Yeah.
It sounds good in the room, but bad in the car.
You
what
know
do
what?
you do?
You mind your own damn business.
I think that's right.
When
I
in
think
doubt,
you punt.
And this is why Isaac didn't contact you.
I like it.
That's right.
As
I'm
a
punting.
wiser man than me once said, let's just hide in the closet and hope everything works out. It really is a sound strategy.
Yeah.
When in doubt, blame Buckley. Isn't he in charge of something over there? Like,
Yeah.
he's supposed to be in the
He's supposed to
know.
make you sound good, and he
Exactly.
failed right off the top.
Way to go,
Falco,
Buckley.
so Malcho.
Man,
I do a good enough job. I think we do a good enough job on our own of making ourselves sound terrible, let alone without Buckley's help.
you sure do.
Yeah, text line says 3 seconds into the show, and Buck's already screwed it up. It's true.
It's that one guy that gets. There's
You-
one guy on the text program that just is on Buck's ass at all times.
Do you remember Show Killer?
Oh yeah, was it Phil the Show Killer?
Phil the Show Killer?
Yeah. Was that Dan Patrick?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think he called him, I don't know, but I think he called him Show Killer because he had an an innate ability
To grind it to a halt.
to screw the show up.
Yes. Phil the Show Killer.
Buck is not that. He is not that.
Ooh, look at you going,
No.
but you're about to drop a backhanded
But-
compliment, aren't you?
No.
But
Buck's great. He's
Oh.
not that. I mean, producers screw up from time to time.
Buckley, you got to admit, you thought something bad was coming there. I thought we were going to get a.
I thought we were getting a butt.
I thought the butt was coming.
Yeah, I know why you would think that.
I felt really confident in
There's
that
no
moment
butt.
that there was a butt.
Nope.
Yeah,
As a matter of
Isaac
fact-
often prefaces a takedown with something really nice.
Yeah.
But
But
I think I can think of one producer who was way more of a show killer on this show.
see, there you go.
than
That's
him.
That's the sort. Like, I'm not saying Buck doesn't kill the show, but we've had people that have
way
really
worse.
killed.
And I won't even name them.
I'm not saying you're not a smelly bastard, but boy, compared to that one guy,
You don't smell as bad as Dusty.
you ever have that alcoholic friend that only compares himself to like raging alcoholics?
yeah, the other alcoholics
Yeah.
he knows, I'm not as bad as Jim.
Yeah, it's a comparative statement. You're like, yeah, I mean, look, I got a drinking problem. I pee my pants every now and then, but I'm not that guy. That guy's a real mess.
Dude, Jim takes down a 24-pack every night. I'm only at 18.
I love that sort of mental gymnastics that we can do. I'm doing fine. Yeah, that guy's got like 5 DUIs. Like, what do you want from me? It's like to have a good time.
I brought props today.
You brought props?
Yeah. I wanted to show you something.
That makes me uncomfortable. Again, just the sound and the tone of your voice, I felt like something bad was about. Like, I never want to hear Rob be like, I brought props. I wanted to show
It's
you
not in
something.
my pants.
Yeah, it's, you know.
I brought props. So, the olds, my olds,
Yeah,
they live here now.
that's what I hear.
Yeah.
There's a buzz. When I'm out and about, let me tell you something.
People are saying.
People are talking. There's a buzz on the street about the Rops and their presence in this fine community of ours.
So it's been a long process, but they are finally moving into
The old homes.
the old homes.
Yeah.
Like they're moving into senior living, which
Yeah.
is probably going to be the last place they live, but you never know.
It's like a frat house, but for olds. You know.
I tell you what, yesterday did feel a bit like the first day of school,
Yeah, you're like dropping them off.
where
and
all the
you're-
olds are meeting each other.
tussle their hair a little bit. You know, is there a name tag involved? Maybe there's instead of a lunchbox, you have their pill caddy, and you're
Yeah,
like, all
that's
right.
right.
now.
A lot of gossiping going on. Like, are they married? Who's that? Where are they from? Well, anyway,
Is it true? Like, I wonder if Papa Rop's going to be a hot commodity at the old center. They're like, who's this young stallion coming in here? And then Mama Rop has to be like, he's taken, bitches. Dude, this could be a whole thing.
so they keep everything,
Yeah,
like most old people.
sure.
And today, well, over the last week, we've been moving them slowly into their new digs. And in their storage unit, I have found old posters from my room from when I was a child.
Why do they have posters from your?
Like
Wow.
I said, they keep everything.
Keep everything.
So I am going to open these. I don't know what these are.
You haven't opened those yet.
No, I wanted to do it
Dude.
on the show.
I want nothing more than one of those to be a Budweiser poster. Or
But why? What is
You
that?
don't- You didn't have the Budweiser
Oh,
poster?
I remember that. I remember
No.
like my friends' older
Dude.
brothers had those on the back of their door.
Budweiser.
I've told the story before that the coolest kid we knew, and he was
Yeah.
like way older than us. His name was Tony Hall. And he had a waterbed and he had like a bong.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
That one. And he had a poster on his wall that was Budweiser. And it was just a bunch of gals like in bathing suits.
Some hots and thong bikinis.
Some hots and thong
Yeah.
bikinis.
It's
And then
just
it looked like
$4.
the Budweiser label, but it wasn't. It was
Budweiser.
Budweiser. And let me tell you something. I thought the Budweiser poster and Tony Hall were the coolest things imaginable. And I asked for the Budweiser poster, and guess what? Denied.
I didn't have that. I was too classy for that.
Do you have like one, maybe like a Lamborghini? Because that was the other one.
Not a
that-
car
Maybe
guy.
like a hot with a Lamborghini.
Dude, I was all sports. Let's take a look. You want to take a look?
Yeah, I do want to take a look. You were
Okay.
all sports?
Mostly.
You didn't have any
I think there
Spencer's
was-
Gifts filth?
I think there were some hots. I think there might have been a Christy Brinkley.
I remember I had a Cindy Crawford one. I think I had
this one.
an Anna Nicole Smith at one point.
Okay, guys, I'm going to open this first
Yeah,
one.
I love that you have not opened
No,
this.
I wanted to do it on. I thought it'd be
Yeah,
fun.
this is fun.
Because it's kind of fun for me to go, oh,
Yeah.
I wonder what those are.
And you'll remember the moment you open it, you'll be like, oh, I
Oh, for
totally
sure.
remember
People
this.
have entire YouTube channels dedicated to stuff just like this.
Do they?
Unboxings, unwrappings.
Yeah.
And let's find out what's in this old
Okay.
box. Yeah.
Okay, this one I know.
This
Okay,
one you
so
know.
this is. See, I thought that's what this one was,
You had a hankering?
but I thought we also framed it, so maybe they took it out of the frame at some point.
Well, I could see that because you can't travel with the frame.
But the first one, and I'll unveil this here for CW as well.
Oh, dude,
Michael
that's a
Jordan.
classic.
Yeah,
The
Michael
wings?
Jordan wings.
Dude,
Oh.
that
Look at
is
that.
a classic.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Dude, that may be
What's that say on there?
it's a quote about flying, if I'm not mistaken.
No birds soar too high.
Yeah, it's like a Emerson.
If he soars with his own wings, William Blake.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Dude, that is.
Dude.
You know what's interesting? I'll bet you that right there, like on eBay in that
Yeah.
condition, sells for like $100, $200.
I think I'm gonna frame it.
Yeah.
That was kind of the coolest
That's the-
sports poster
yeah.
of our
It was the way
Yeah.
time
coolest.
growing up.
Isn't it like 6 feet tall? It's
Yeah.
like his real wingspan.
Yes, it's his real wingspan.
yeah, life size.
That is a quintessential
Nice.
like 80s, 90s poster.
I just
That
made
that might be the
$100.
gold standard.
Okay, so that's the first one.
Wow, kudos to Mom
Yeah.
Pa Rob.
See, this is, and you know, Mom is listening right now, and she's going, "See, this is why I keep everything, including plastic bag from 1984."
Dude, that's the OG
You
right
ready?
there.
I think there's multiple in here. I'm gonna go one at a time here.
So that vintage poster,
Yeah.
original printing, not a recreation, it's selling right now for $225.
Dang,
Yeah.
girl,
Yeah.
I'm keeping it.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, that is a big time collector's. That's a big time collector's item.
Glad I didn't toss it.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool.
All right, there's that one. Okay, so there's 3 more. Here is the first one.
I don't think it's gonna get any better than that. Oh, I remember that one.
What do you see there?
That's the is it Silver Streak?
Barry Sanders.
Yeah, what's the caption at the bottom?
I think it's Silver
says-
Streak if I remember. I used to love these like the
Yeah, Silver Streak.
Silver Streak, and there's like a train behind him,
But
right?
it says 257 at the top. What is
250.
that?
It might be like his like a
Consecutive-
rushing yards or something that he had. I don't know.
Or is that like a single game record at that
Yeah.
point or something?
But I remember the Silver Streak. I
Okay.
used to love those. That was like the Land of Boz posters. They had like a Chicago Vice.
I'm gonna pull the third one out
Yeah.
back here. I
Yeah,
still haven't seen these.
Dude, this is phenomenal. Although these are kind of beat up.
These are, yeah, they're very
Those
big.
are a
Oh,
little
there we
bit-
go. Okay,
Ah.
Bobo.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Bo Jackson
Yeah.
and his sweet swing.
Yeah. That makes sense. I was going to say, being a Kansas boy, you had to have a Bo Jackson
dude.
in there somewhere.
This is my guy right here.
I was thinking maybe you'd have the Bo Jackson and the shoulder pads with the bat.
Look at those unis.
I know. It's as good as it gets. It's
A
clean.
young, sexy Bo Jackson. Okay, and then the last one.
Come on, Budweiser. Come on, Budweiser.
Maybe it's a hot. Let's see. The last poster from my childhood is...
Oh, there's another Bo. I remember that one.
What is it?
That's the Bo Jackson.
Black and blue.
That's the black and blue. Raiders and Royals.
Ooh, that was my favorite
I
one.
had that poster. That's the only one of those that I had. I wasn't cool enough to have the Jordan poster, but I did have the black and blue Bo Jackson.
Dude.
Yeah.
If these weren't so beat up, I'd hang them.
Yeah. Well, the Jordan one, the Jordan one.
No,
you
that
can
one's
hang.
different.
That one's in
Yeah,
really good shape.
I think Mom knew.
Yeah. I don't know if you can.
I don't know if you know, but my mom deals in sports memorabilia on the black market.
I don't know if you can unwrinkle.
Yeah,
posters.
I don't know. Can you? Can I iron that?
I don't know. I'll bet you there's a YouTube channel dedicated to
Cool.
uncrinkling posters.
So 2 Bo Jacksons, a Barry Sanders, and Michael Jordan wings. Dude, this is a great poster.
That is a great poster.
So the black and blue is Bo just standing there with his Raiders stuff on the left and his Royals stuff on the right.
Yep. Dude, I remember all of those. Like
Super cool.
All those posters had like
All right.
they had like a theme. I had one. I'm trying to remember when I was a kid. I had one of Eric Dickerson that was Robo back. I had the Chicago Vice, which was Peyton and Jim McMahon dressed up as the Miami Vice Bros. Dude, there were so many of those that were
Did
like
you have
that.
Magic Johnson?
I
had a George Brett, but I don't know where it is.
I think I had the Magic Johnson one with the ruler. You know, that was
Yeah.
a life size.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was like 6'9", and then you could measure yourself on it. I had that one. There was a Bash Brothers one. Instead of Blues Brothers, it was the Bash Brothers. And so they had the sunglasses and the fedoras, and that was
they're in their suits and on the front of like Cadillac type
Yep.
deal.
The Blazers ones was Here Comes Trouble, and it
yeah.
was Buck, Jerome, and Porter, and they were running down the floor. Dude, I like when you were a kid, posters were a big deal. I remember either going to the card shop or going to Spencer's Gifts at the mall, and getting to pick out a poster. It was a big deal when my mom let me buy a poster, even though she wouldn't let me buy smut. Kudos to Mom and Pa Rop.
Was smut, like if they're in a bikini, is that
Yeah,
smut?
it was smut.
Boy, times have changed, haven't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah. Yeah, it was all smut. I think the best that I was allowed to have was I had like a Cindy Crawford, but she was in like clothing. And then I had a Alyssa Milano poster in a New Jersey Devils jersey. And that was like, that's what I was allowed to, I was not allowed to have the Tony Hall smut.
Yeah, I had a poster on the back of my door, and I think it was Pam Anderson, and it just said "floss daily," and it had a string bikini.
String bikini.
Yeah.
Classy. a little glimpse into Buck's world.
Glimpse into Buck's world.
As a child.
Yeah.
Somebody said, text line, you remember Dr. J in the med coat?
I don't remember that one.
I do.
Uh-uh.
That was a good one.
I don't remember that. I had one of I never had the wings. I always wanted that one. I had the one of Jordan taking off from the free throw line. And then I transitioned into angry fat kid like Metallica like Pantera posters.
Yeah.
That became like an angry teenage phase.
You were Mike Lynch
Rebellious.
before Mike Lynch.
I was Mike Lynch before, yes.
You walked so Mike Lynch could run.
Yeah. There was a Rat poster, today the Cellar, tomorrow the World. I think maybe there was an Ozzy Osbourne poster of there, like the Blizzard of Oz.
R.I.P.
It was like stuff like that. So it was like, it was sports when I was a kid, and then I transitioned into an angry youth phase. You know, you turn up your music loud, and you're like, no one understands me.
Close your door. Mom's like, dinner time.
Go away. Don't tell me. And then one day you wake up, and you're like, what the hell? Lighten up, Francis.
What is this world?
Yeah.
All right.
What the hell is going on?
What is going on? Childhood poster talk. Okay.
Dude,
We've got.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah,
that was
me too.
fantastic.
I'm excited to find out that Wings is worth something.
Yeah, dude, those posters. Some of those posters are really are big time collectibles. There always one that I wanted and I never could finish it. There was one of, and it was a 2-series one. It was one of Dwight Gooden, and he was throwing an apple, and the apple was on fire. And then if you could buy the other one, and it was Gary Carter in a separate poster, squatting down, getting ready to catch it.
Oh, it's like a 2-part
series. It was a
series.
2-part with it in the background, and I had the Doc Gooden one, and I never
completed the set.
Well, you can't, like, there was no internet.
Yeah.
Like, where did you find it? Like in Vancouver, Washington, there wasn't a lot of Gary Carter posters.
Yeah, you had to just happen to be at the store that happened to get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I was always jealous of when you would see the two of them together, and then like people would have them signed. I always loved that one.
The mailman, that was a big one.
Yeah, the mailman delivers.
Yeah, he was dressed. I don't remember what he was wearing, but
he was wearing a male outfit, but it was like a deep V. Like it was a lot of bare chest,
showing off some muscle,
showing off some teeth.
chest meat, and delivering mail. Karl Malone.
Yeah,
a couple of my buddies had the Ricky Henderson Man of Steel, STEAL.
Oh yeah, that was a great. Oh, Bosworth was a big one.
That was the Land of Boz.
Land of Boz.
I had the Land of Boz, and it was he was there with a hot Dorothy, and then like the little. And she was hot. I was excited because that was like my form of smut. And then like they had the little munchkins in the back. Don Mattingly had a cool one.
Yeah, the Hitman one.
The Hitman, and he was
really
like
good. In a pinstripe suit.
Yeah, like
right?
a gangster style.
Yeah.
That was
the
cool.
dumbest one was the Bermuda Triangle. Do you remember this one?
Which one was the Bermuda
Triangle? It
Triangle?
was the Chicago Bears, and it says they can go in, but they don't come out. And it shows like a Green Bay Packer with his eyes rolling back into his head, like they just knocked him on his ass.
Yeah.
And it's Mike Singletary. The other two guys, their names are Marshall and Wilson.
Yeah, it was Otis Wilson and Wilbur Marshall.
Okay, so it's those three guys standing there in tank tops.
Oh, God.
with their arms folded.
The other one that I liked I had
stupid.
That was one of my favorites, and I don't remember everyone that was on it. It was a Nike poster, and I think it was either Nike generals or like field generals, and it was all quarterbacks, and they were dressed up like military leaders. So it was like, you know what I mean? Like General Patton. And I don't remember, but I think like Jim Plunkett was on there, and like maybe Dan Fouts, like Jim Kelly, and they were all dressed up as generals. And I used to think that one was awesome.
One of the weirdest ones I've seen was the Dale Ellis Silent Assassin one. If you look that up, he's like standing at a window spying on an unsuspecting jazz player who is reading the newspaper. He's wearing a trench coat. And he's got like a bag of, I guess, tools to pull off his assassination. It's a whole thing.
Oh, yeah. He's telling you to shh.
By the way, I just looked up. So I looked up it's Nike Field Generals. And by the way, I oversold who was on this poster. We do have Dan Fouts and Jim Plunkett, but we also have Mark Wilson and Eric Hipple, Vince Evans and Jim Zorn.
God.
So we got like Steve Young's in there, so at least that's like something. But man, I thought there were cooler quarterbacks. I do not remember Vince Evans being on the Nike Field Generals poster.
Who's the worst guy on there?
I think it's Vince Evans.
Who else you say?
Eric Hipple.
Well, right there.
He's worse than Vince Evans. Now we're going to have to look this up in the break.
Yes.
Who is the worst quarterback? Is it Jim Zorn? Is it
not Zorn?
Ooh, Archie Manning's on here.
He was all right.
Yeah, he's okay.
It's Hipple or Vince Evans. And then there was one other. Who'd you say before Zorn?
Who do you got? Mark Wilson, Jim Plunkett, Eric Hipple, Archie Manning, Vince Evans, Jim Zorn.
Okay, so it's probably Hipple. I think it's Hipple.
Because like Fouts is legit, Steve Young's legit, Plunkett's legit. Boy, there's some rough ones in there though.
Dude, Eric Hipple sucked.
So did Vince Evans.
Yeah. Dude. Now I'm stumped.
I remember as a kid, those being better quarterbacks on there. But
well, they were big at the time.
They were big at the time, right?
All right. Dido Gate is the story that just won't go away.
No, and it needs to go away at this point. Even
you're saying that.
Like when I have grown tired of the phallic throw, it's run its course. Stop.
Someone is claiming ownership of it.
And this is why it immediately became unfunny. And it's stupid.
Well, it was never funny. I got news for you.
It was funny.
But we'll get to that. And how did our Seahawks look last night when we return? Joey Harrington coming up 5:30 here on 105.1 The Fan.
He's back. Damian Lillard is returning to Rip City.
Batum throws to Lillard. A three for the game.
A long road to recovery from injury still looms.
Is Drew Holiday still around? What sort of progress has Klingon made? What happens with Scoot? It's such a weird thing.
But hope is renewed. Keep it on the Fan all off-season long for the latest on the Portland Trailblazers. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM, 1080 AM.
Now, here's a quick look at Portland traffic.
And good afternoon. Southbound I-205 is backed up from I-84 to just past Washington Street. Northbound I-5, it is slammed from I-405.
1051 FM and 1080 AM.
So we're stuck on this poster thing here.
Shocking enough, we've been derailed
Bear with us.
by the worst collection of quarterbacks in the history of posters.
So it's called Nike Field Generals?
Yes, and I loved it. And I had the illusion that there were better quarterbacks. But on further review, I thought that it was Steve Young. And I want clarification. Boys, when you looked at that and it looks like Steve Young.
It looks exactly like Steve Young.
It's not Steve Young.
Who is it?
It's Burt Jones. And I know everyone right now is asking.
I don't know who that is.
He was the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis, or I guess at the time, the Baltimore Colts.
What?
And he sucked.
What?
So
What?
this was the collection of quarterbacks on a marquee Nike poster. Dan Fouts, great. And then Mark Wilson, who? Jim Plunkett, who wasn't good, but won Super Bowls with the Raiders. Eric Hipple, Archie Manning, Vince Evans, Jim Zorn, and Burt Jones.
Yuck.
Nike got together and was like, I got a great idea, guys. Let's get these quarterbacks together and really show people what's up.
Would you want a poster of one of these guys on your wall? How about 4 or 5 of them together?
And also, am I mistaken, or is Eric Hipple dressed as a Confederate soldier?
Well, I don't know who's who on that. But
The Confederate soldier is the guy in the gray uniform with the yellow sash. Is that not a Confederate uniform?
it looks very much like that. Yes.
This is also making me very uncomfortable. Why is Eric Hipple fighting for the South? What is happening? Nike?
So I
want an explanation
looked at Vince Evans versus Eric Hipple.
to find out who was
Now,
the worst.
let me first point out that Burt Jones, whom none of us have ever heard of,
Yeah.
has better numbers than both Vince Evans and Eric Hipple, and it's not particularly close.
I find that hard to believe.
Well, he has a career QBR of 78. He threw 124 tutties to 101 picks. Eric Hipple threw 55 tutties to 70 picks and has a career quarterback rating of 68.7. Okay, so Hipple worse than Burt Jones. Now, Vince Evans,
And
who
also,
I thought he was better.
No.
He had 52 touchdowns, 74 picks, and a QBR of 63.
so Vince Evans is
He's
the
the worst guy on
He's
there.
the worst guy.
I haven't even looked at the other guys. I'm so disgusted.
Then we owe Burt Jones, one, an apology for thinking he was Steve Young, and 2, for thinking he was the worst one on, and also shame for Eric Hipple for not only sucking, but apparently sucking and being pro-slavery. What is happening?
And Jim Zorn, God.
Jim Zorn sucks too.
He does suck.
Yes.
111 touchdowns, 141 picks, 67 QB. I thought he was better than that.
No, he was not. Fun fact, Jim Zorn, along with Spider-Man, my first autograph that I got at the Portland Auto Show when I was like 6 years old, I got Jim Zorn and Spider-Man, or just some dude in a Spider-Man outfit, to sign like a Frisbee that they were handing out.
So it wasn't the actual Spider-Man?
It's possible. As far as young as a young me, let's just say I was way more excited about Spider-Man signing my Frisbee than Jim Zorn. But that is my connection to the great Jim Zorn.
The modern day Nike Field Generals poster.
Yeah.
I have Justin Herbert.
That's our Dan Fouts.
Yep.
Yeah. Good, but never won anything.
I have Eli Manning.
Is that the ode to Jim Plunkett?
That's the Plunkett.
Yeah.
Couple Super Bowls.
Maybe not the best
was better than
quarterback.
Plunkett.
He was, but yeah, they won Super Bowls.
Daniel Jones, because he sucks. Blaine Gabbert, because he's hung around a while and sucks. Sam Darnold, because he kind of resurrected but still sucks.
Yeah.
I've got Mitchell Trubisky on the list.
I like it. I like
he's going
where
in
we're
there because
I
he's handsome.
He's handsome. It's kind of like a Burt Jones sort of thing.
Andy Dalton, and I am rounding out with Mac Jones.
Can you imagine if we put together like
There's your Field Generals
Nike
poster.
needs to put out that poster, and they need to do it now. And somehow in like 1984, they thought this poster was appropriate. I would love to meet the marketing man behind said poster. Vince Evans and Eric Hipple.
All right. How did our Seahawks look last night? Let's dive into that.
Yeah.
Although I didn't watch them, so I can't tell you. But
I did watch.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, look at you being the sports guy today.
Sports.
We'll have that next. But first, Buck with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Brought to you by Big's Chicken. Try their smoked and fried wings, tossed with a perfect dry rub and served with a killer trio of sauces. Menus at bigschicken.com. First on the Fan. On the diamond, the Mariners have won 5 straight and are just a game and a half behind the Astros in the AL West. Tonight, the M's open a 3-game set against the Rays at T-Mobile Park. Luis Castillo takes the hill for Seattle. Former Beaver Drew Rasmussen gets the start for Tampa. First pitch is at 6:40. In the association, the Boston Celtics have signed head coach Joe Mazzulla to a multi-year contract extension. The terms of that deal not yet disclosed. 3 more NFL preseason games tonight, including the Browns' debut of rookie quarterback Shadur Sanders. The 5th-round pick will start against the Panthers before turning things over eventually to Tyler Huntley. Kickoff from Charlotte at 4 o'clock on the NFL Network. The Falcons also host the Lions at 4 o'clock, and the Patriots host the Commanders at 4:30 following the statue reveal of Tom Brady. But neither of those games will be televised. More sports sportsman stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Current missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of dirt and spray. Weekday morning FM and 1080 AM.
Well, we got kicked off the air yesterday because the Seahawks were on, which I had no problem with. At the same time, I'm not watching.
Rob's out.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
He refused to watch preseason.
Well, the
football.
Raiders played Aiden O'Connell, I think.
He was terrible.
Yeah, well, that's because he's Aiden O'Connell.
He went 18 to 30 with 2 picks.
And the Seahawks played Drew Lock.
Drew Lock, and then they gave way to Milroe in the second half.
How'd Milroe look?
He looked all right. I mean, he was like 6 of 10, 60 yards. Had a nice scramble where he ran for
It's a 27-yard
yeah,
gain, I
something
think.
like that.
He also had a nice little, he was in the red zone, rolled out to his right, and hit a guy on a crossing route for a first down. It was
It's
okay,
just-
you know.
The first half, I'll watch.
All right.
I mean, he's not supposed to be a
It
good
was
thrower.
okay.
He
Yeah.
got it
All
inside of coverage in between
All
3 defenders.
Yeah, the first half, I think you can watch and you can kind of get a general feel. You watch in the second half. I mean, you want some rookies to pop. I mean, the Seahawks were up big, and the Raiders came back and tied it. The Raiders were doing nothing when the actual starters were in, but Geno Smith only played a handful of snaps. Like, he threw 3 passes. So I'll tell you what, like, the Seahawks looked pretty sharp, and the Raiders did not. Take of that what you will. But I think if you're a Seahawks fan, I think there was a lot to like.
Well, what do I take of that? I mean, I don't know what to make of that.
Okay, the Seahawks offensive line looked good. Like, when you're coming in and you're looking for kind of development, this season will hinge on whether the O-line in a new system. So I think with Kubiak's new offense, I thought Gray Zabel, the rookie, looked pretty good. Sam Darnold had a lot of time to throw. They were running a lot of that stuff we've seen in a Shanahan offense, a lot of that wide zone scheme, plenty of time to throw back there for Drew Lock. I think Torrey Holton. God, I keep wanting to say Torrey.
You want to say Torrey Holt?
Torrey Holt.
Wait, the great Torrey Holt is back?
No, he's
Horton. He was the pick out of Colorado State. He blew out his knee last year, and we didn't even know if he was going to be able to play at all. 5th round pick, and he's been stellar in camp. He had 3 big catches, including a touchdown. I thought Arroyo looked good at the tight end spot, and the defense in the first half was suffocating. So I just think there was a lot to like. For what a preseason game was, I think Mike McDonald and company are looking at that today saying, that's a really good outing for us. And I think if you're the Raiders, you know, that you were hoping for a better showing than that.
Well, somebody, I think it was, who's the Seahawks scribe?
Brady Henderson, maybe?
Older guy. Can't remember. I follow him on the tweets, and he was saying that it looked like the Raiders hadn't tackled.
Yeah, it was bad.
And after the game, I think Pete Carroll said that they had not tackled in practice yet.
Well, it showed.
Yeah.
They did not look sharp, and the Seahawks did.
So I don't.
They had a couple
Okay,
picks.
but they should look sharp against that.
Yes.
You know, so I don't. Again, this is why preseason. It's like, what am I looking for?
Well,
here?
and I think you look for development from the young guys. I think you want to see some depth, like George Halani, who's a second-year back out of Boise State. He looked really good. He had 8 touches, 81 yards.
But what I'm saying is, he looked really good against a Raiders team that that obviously didn't care about the game and hasn't tackled.
But when you're hearing about Horton, you're hearing about Halani in practice, and people are saying, hey, these guys are showing out in practice. This looks good. And then when you see it go out, same thing with like Zabel, and you're like, hey, these are things in practice and in the scrimmages that we're hearing positive vibes, and they come out when it matters. Yes, against lesser competition, and the Raiders certainly didn't play good at all. And that shows itself on film. That's all you can do is continue to show that you belong. And I think there were some real positive signs. If I'm a Seahawks fan, not that questions get answered, but I think you're seeing a team that looked prepared to play, and I think has taken some steps.
How the hell did they tie with them?
Well, you get into the second half, and then all bets are off, because then you're playing guys in the second half that are not on NFL rosters. At that point, it really is individuals just trying to fight for a handful of roster spots or to stick around on a scout team. So when you get to the second half, you can't take anything from a team concept. That is individuals just trying to prove that they belong or put out some good tape for eventually when you're cut or end up on a practice squad that someone else wants to pick you up.
I read where Ashton Genty had 3 carries for -1 yard.
Yeah, and on 2 of them, like he
Why only 3 carries though?
because they only played their starters and not even all their starters. They only
So
played.
he
for a
didn't
handful.
really. He wasn't even a.
He wasn't even a factor. And twice when he took the ball, he literally had to make a spin move as soon as he took the ball because someone was at his feet. The Seahawks defense was suffocating. The Raiders offense looked very, very poor.
So undefeated.
I think it'll be an interesting. I think it'll be an
16 and
interesting
1-ish.
division. The only thing I'll say about Seattle, I think their defense is going to be a top 5 or 6 defense in the NFL. Offense wise, let's be honest. People talk like their tackles are solidified. They are not. Abe Lucas can never stay healthy, and Charles Cross is good, not great. And last year, I thought he took a step backwards. You put Zabel in at left guard. He's a rookie, but you're hearing good things. But last year, depending on which ranking tool you want to use, this was either the 29th or the 31st worst offensive line in football. And Gray Zabel doesn't make it that much better. So you still have question marks on the offensive line, and you replaced your 2 top receivers and you replaced your quarterback. Generally speaking, and by the way, your tight end. And I know that you let him go and you feel good about Arroyo and some of the other guys you have. But generally speaking, when you make wholesale changes like that on offense, it usually means probably a little bit of a step back or at least some growing pains. So we know Seattle is not going to be bad. They just aren't, because the last handful of years, this is a 9-win team. They're a game away from the postseason. And I think the defense making a step, and it's going to for year 2 under McDonald, their defense is going to keep them in ball games. So I think the floor for Seattle is 9 games. And can they win 1 or 2 more and get into the playoffs? I think that's a very real possibility.
So their over/under win total is 8.5.
And that's,
but you got to pay minus 140 for that.
Yeah. So I think the floor is 9 games and you miss the playoffs by a game. And I think the ceiling is, I think it's probably a wild card and maybe 1 win in the postseason. But when you run into the elite teams, I just don't think there's going to be the firepower to get it done.
What 2 divisions do they get? Non-con.
Their schedule is they
get the AFC South, or the NFC South.
Yeah.
And
so they get their schedule. They start out with the Niners, and then they get the Steelers, Saints, Cards, Bucks.
I thought you got 2 divisions non-conference. Am I wrong about that? You only get 1 division, and
you
then
only get 1 division, and then
the
spread
rest
out.
is...
Yep. So you get...
Yeah, because you get everyone in your division twice. You get one
division.
AFC division, and then you get some sprinkled NFC.
Yeah. So they get Niners, Steelers, Saints, Cards, Bucks, Jags, Texans, Commanders, Cards, Rams, Titans, Vikings, Falcons, Colts, Rams, and then you finish off with Carolina and San Francisco.
So they get the NFC South.
Yes.
Which is
it's a bad division.
Yes. And then their others are
Pittsburgh,
Tampa.
No,
that's NFC South. Jacksonville, Houston,
Commanders,
the Commies. Yeah, so okay.
Yeah.
Not great, not bad. I was just thinking because the NFC West is going to probably be pretty competitive.
I think it's going to be very competitive.
I mean, Arizona's better.
Some people really like
the Rams are the favorite.
Yes.
And then you got the Niners, who you shouldn't count out.
No. If Matthew Stafford's back holds up, I think the Rams are a Super Bowl team. I think that has everything except for a quarterback that isn't 1,000 years old with herniated discs. But it's going to be a very competitive division. And I think Seattle's going to be in that mix. And I just think this is a better team than what we've seen the last 2 years, and they've been a game away. So I think Seattle makes the postseason. I don't think they make a lot of noise in the postseason, but this to me is a playoff team.
All right, up next, someone is claiming to have orchestrated Dido Gate in the WNBA. Who is it? Is it Jason Skanik?
It's not me. Or is it?
That's next on 105.1 The Fan. Hey, it's Rob sticking around for the Nash because I'm your window daddy. Okay, and the reason they call me that is because I offer window savings to you. And how can you turn that down? Okay, so if you need windows for your house, you know, it is the summer and the heat is coming. I guess Saturday, Sunday, or maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday going to be hot. The cold in the wet winter, they're going to be here before you know it. So you want to replace your old builder-grade windows with custom-built high-quality windows, and you want to do that right now. So this month, you can get 50% off all window styles at Window Nation. You will put zero down, make zero payments, and pay 0 interest for 2 full years, so you don't have to have all the cash right up front. Replace all your windows, and you can get a pair of Portland Thorns tickets. So get with Window Nation right now to just see what they can do for you. Saving 50% is an awful lot of money. Get a free estimate by calling 866-90-NATION or visiting windownation.com/Portland Thorns. They have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, does Window Nation. They have a 50-point inspection of every window before it leaves the factory and a 20-point inspection of every window when it's installed. Your new windows can be installed in a day or less, and they all come with a lifetime warranty. 866-90-NATION or windownation.com/Portland Thorns. License number OR 249065.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
I'm Dirt. I don't know what this says about me, what level of sicko I am.
Very quickly, Swag, when he tees up, I had scary dream. I don't know what it means. So
You want to guess what my dream was?
Organs 10 and 2. You live such a privileged ass life when this is your scary
Hold on. I incredibly vivid. I woke up in like a panic. I had a vivid dream that they lost to Montana State by 30 points.
The home of Dirt and Spray. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on the Fan Sports Network.
So, what are you reading?
I'm checking out the ratings on the new TVs, and it looks like Samsung, LG, and Sony got the best scores.
Just like last year. What about those new high dynamic range TVs?
They got the highest scores of all, but their prices are really high.
Did you check online?
Yeah, their prices were about the same.
Well, there's one place where we can get a hot deal on those top-rated models.
Where?
At Video Only. Check out the ratings on TV stores.
I see. Video Only scored better than the others.
So, if you want the best deal on the best TVs,
then we should take our TV ratings and head over to top-rated Video Only.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or microwaves, but you will find the best deals on top-rated TVs, soundbars, and monitors. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In Jansen Beach, Clackamas, Beaverton, Salem, and Eugene, Video Only.
Everything is on sale for one day only at your local Coastal.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, with just what the country needs.
Start your shopping at 8 a.m. on August 9th for 20% off all clothing, footwear, and clothing accessories from your favorite brands like Carhartt, Wrangler, Ariat, and Georgia Boot. Then browse the rest of Coastal for 10% off everything else. Grab all your fall hunting and camping gear with savings on camo and sporting goods. Upgrade your outfit.
Well, we have a culprit in the sex toy fiasco in the WNBA.
You got a couple of them. A couple of them have been caught. And then some
We
other people have
think.
been questioned
And arrested.
Swag
It's
today
great.
was calling for federal charges.
Yes. That's right.
Swag now believes, Swag and Nick Wright now believe that
Nick
because.
Wright?
Yeah, Nick Wright was losing his S over it. But Swag today, I heard, went as far as to say, now that we think it may be a coordinated effort, have they violated some sort of interstate so now you can get them on federal fraud,
crossing state lines to commit a crime type deal?
Like, really?
Yeah.
Go on.
Swag now wants this prosecuted as a RICO case.
Yeah, put him in jail.
He wants the feds involved because he said the feds, a federal crime, a federal felony will have some teeth. Oh my God.
I'm in on that. Just tell Trump they're liberals. He'll go after him.
There's people literally losing their mind over this. Now, granted, I will admit, this has just become stupid and...
Well, it's always been stupid.
Yes, but at least at the beginning, you could kind of chuckle at it. I think it's more funny that people are losing their mind over it and trying to make this out like this is some sort of, like, the worst thing that's ever happened in the history of humanity. Like, people are like, this is a sex crime.
Well,
this is a hate crime. Swag calling for federal charges for an 18-year-old throwing a sex toy.
What is something that's worse? I mean, you can't
Nothing. No, the suffering.
You can't, yeah.
The suffering here, the impact.
Some guy hit a 9-year-old girl with a Dido. You can't do that.
So now we may have found out that it's a coordinated effort.
So a self-described cryptocurrency enthusiast told ESPN that he is part of a group that orchestrated recent sex toy stunts that have disrupted at least 3 WNBA games. The man, who spoke on the condition of anonymity over video conference, said the stunts were meant to market a crypto coin that his online community created. The WNBA and all its controversy, he said, made the league a logical target. He said it was more or less like an opportunistic approach to, what is already trending. Where is there already controversy, and how do we intercept some of that attention? The man, who uses Lieutenant Daldo Rain as his username on X, a nod, he said, to the Brad Pitt character in the movie Inglourious Bastards.
Aldo Rain.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
he put Daldo.
He put, yeah.
So clever. Kept his camera off and refused to give his name or age during the call. The group, he said, wants to reclaim the creative and community aspect of the crypto world. We wanted to really make memes funny again, he said.
Let me just say, if you wanted to make something that at one point some people thought was funny and you want to make it as pathetic and lame as possible, get cryptocurrency involved.
God, no
it's like
kidding.
when old people got a hold of Facebook and instantly everyone went, ugh. Really? It's
I mean, like, that's what you think is funny. That's why I've just never thought it was. The whole bit is stupid. It's just like
it's a crypto coin. Cool. And by the way,
we don't even know what the crypto coin is.
Well, people are saying that the crypto coin is the green
Dido coin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and the idea is this will help pump their bags.
Yes.
Oh, so the bet's on the next color of the toy.
Yeah.
Well, that's
being tossed.
a bet. That's one of the main bets.
Well, that bet. I mean, it was clearly going to always be green.
Except this last one was purple.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Might not be the same party.
Yeah.
What do you...
Well, copycat.
What the hell?
But there is a green Dido coin. It's like, but there's a fart coin. So
fart coin did incredibly well.
There's a buck coin. Did you know that?
So, well,
Buck's
now there's
got his
a
own
green D coin. So,
Soup coin?
Yeah. It's so
All right.
stupid.
Well, hopefully it goes away. I don't know what this guy...
Yeah.
I don't know why he came forward.
I don't know.
But... Or how ESPN found him, but he didn't really come forward because he didn't give his identity. So
But just know, every time one of you talking heads loses your S and makes this out to be like the Holocaust of sex toys, you just make it worse and you only dig a deeper hole. Ignore it.
Federal crime.
Federal crime.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just watching his wheels turn in real time. Now that it's a coordinated effort, is there some way we could get the feds involved? Because that's what our federal prosecutors need to do, is round up sex toy throwers, because this can't go on. Oh my God, won't someone think of the children and the women?
Well, I don't know, but they'll probably soon have that 9-year-old girl interviewed on ESPN.
That's right.
She'll be crying and be like, I can't sleep at night.
I can never recover from
this. It harms people, Jace.
It does.
You can't be harming people.
No, you can't have people seeing sex toys in the middle of games.
Let's let these ladies play in peace.
That is true.
Okay,
let them be.
It's a joke,
and it's a bad one at this point.
It's a horrible joke. It's always been a bad joke. It's dumb. People are dumb. Stop being dumb. Listen, if you're gonna do something, to kind of get yourself attention, make it be creative.
Someone saying the value of the coin has tripled since the first one hit the coin.
Damn it.
Word.
See, this
so
is why we're all we're all dying.
This is
because
why
of this.
is why eventually the Chinese will own us, and they deserve it. We stopped being a serious people a long time ago.
All right, up next we've got a little bit of history coming at us and a fun fact, sports fun fact. Next hour on 105.1 The Fan.
Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Brought to you by CarSolve. Start a dealership bidding war and get the most money possible for your vehicle at carsolve.com. First on the Fan, the Mariners have won 5 straight and just a game and a half back now in the AL West behind the Houston Astros. Tonight, the M's open up a 3-game set against the Rays at T-Mobile Park. Luis Castillo takes the hill for Seattle. Former Beaver Drew Rasmussen gets the start for Tampa. First pitch is at 6:40. In the association, the Boston Celtics have signed head coach Joe Mazzulla to a multi-year contract extension. The terms of that deal not yet disclosed. 3 more NFL preseason games tonight, including the Browns' debut of rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders. The 5th-round pick will start against the Panthers before turning things over to Tyler Huntley. Kickoff from Charlotte in just a matter of moments over on the NFL Network. Also, the Falcons are hosting the Lions at 4 o'clock, and the Patriots hosting the Commanders at 4:30. And neither of those games will be televised. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of Ducks game day. Before and after every Ducks football game this season. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Okay, everyone, shut up and look at me.
Primetime with Isaac and Suk.
The less I know about other people's affairs, the happier I am. I'm not interested in caring about people.
Isaac Robb.
I once worked with a guy for 3 years and never learned his name. Best friend I ever had. We still never talk sometimes.
Jason Sukanik.
I also think it's pointless for a human to paint scenes of nature when they could just go outside and stand in it.
Primetime on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 and 1080.
Please do not misinterpret the fact that I am talking right now as genuine interest. End of speech.
The Fan.
Okay, we apologize.
All right, nice to have you along. It's second hour of our Friday program. Now, we have In the News coming up. Well, we will learn about local paddleboard. My God. My God.
What are we learning about?
We're going to learn about local paddleboarders and how fed up they are.
Is this doesn't have anything to do with the Lake Oswego Rich Poor fight?
No, it doesn't.
This is the new tax.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But that's at 4:30.
Yeah.
I'm watching the U.S. Women's Amateur on my TV over here, over your left shoulder.
Did someone say that's at Bandon?
They are at Bandon Dunes.
Oh, is that
bro?
What course are they playing?
This is Bandon Dunes.
Who's playing Bandon
the
Dunes?
original.
Yeah,
and
looks very windy.
I think they're in the quarterfinals. Yeah, they got some wind.
Yeah,
they're all wearing. They're wearing jackets. A little chilly out there.
A little chilly.
But
got the bare legs.
I love watching Bandon on TV.
Yeah.
But there's a big, tall lefty named Lila.
Mm-hmm.
Who you should be rooting for.
and why is that?
Because she's a rock chalker.
Oh, okay.
And she's in the quarters.
All right. And a big, tall lefty.
Big, tall lefty.
Right. I'm busy watching, we're getting ready for the
Like
debut of one Shedeur
Oh, that's
Sanders.
right. He plays tonight. Now, is the conspiracy theory that they're putting him out there so that he can suck so bad that they don't have to listen to people talk about him?
That is legitimately a Robert Griffin III, and I think, who else? Ryan Clark had this. There is literally a conspiracy theory that Cleveland is setting him up and wants him to fail.
Did I not say that the other day when we were talking about him?
I think you did.
But I said it for the regular season.
Yes.
Preseason.
No. Which, by the way, of all the dumb things that Robert Griffin and Ryan Clark say to each other and otherwise, that may be the dumbest thing that I've ever heard.
No way. I think they're right.
It's pretty stellar. And I don't know if you saw, but he showed up at the game today. Now, granted, he is the 4th string quarterback and was getting like 5 reps at practice, but Joe Flacco's 1,000, so he's not going to play. Kenny Pickett is hurt, and Dylan Gabriel is hurt, and Snoop Huntley just got there. So
what's the matter with Dylan? Wait, Snoop Huntley was out there?
They just signed him. They just signed him.
Isn't he better than all 4 of those guys?
He's right there, but he just got there, so he's not going to play.
I've never minded him as a backup.
He's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So by default,
what's the matter with Gabriel?
He's got a hamstring.
He and Pickett both have
hammies. So by default, Shedeur Sanders is going to have to start. And he showed up today for his first NFL game after the press conference yesterday where he said that the NFL was basically going to be no problem. Didn't you see me in college? And wait till I get out there, which is fine. You can be confident. He showed up today with an entourage. He literally walked into the game with an entourage, including a man with a big walking stick and his own theme music. Look, God bless
I think that walking stick guy was a teammate because then they showed that dude walking around the sidelines with his staff shirtless and like a bicep cuff. I don't know what's going on with that.
I thought it looked like he went full entourage. Look, God bless him for being confident, but man, that guy doesn't seem to get the memo that this act as the 4th-string quarterback doesn't help you. It may help your social media following, but he can't figure out that this probably isn't the best way. And look, it has nothing to do with whether or not he's going to play well, but it sure sets up for if he's not very good. Get ready for more hot takes coming at Shedeur Sanders of this is why you're not any good.
Well, he knows no other way.
No.
First of all.
No, he
grew up with Deanna's data.
Yes.
But I thought he said yesterday, he wasn't saying the NFL is going to be no problem. I thought he was just saying, they were saying, hey, what do we expect from you? He said, well, a lot of the same stuff that I did in college. In other words, aren't they doing a lot of the same?
No, he was talking about, if you go and listen to it, he was basically saying, wait till I get out there and I'm about to tear S up.
Yeah, that's not how I took it, but okay.
Well, we'll see what happens. I wish him nothing but the best, but this is a Bronny James-like story. The NFL is telling you what they think of Shedeur Sanders, and media members and the Sanders family don't want to seem to get the memo. So this is your chance.
Well, he is playing the Panthers.
Yeah,
and that's good.
And they're already trying to do Dan Orlovsky, I think, said it best. He goes, dude, whether or not you think this is ideal for a 5th-round quarterback who hasn't played in at all pretty much in camp, this is an unprecedented opportunity. And when you're basically a borderline fringe guy and you get a chance to start, you have to take advantage of it.
Is he with the ones then?
Yeah, well, who's ever going to play? I don't know how much Cleveland's going to play, but yes, he will be I'm assuming for most of the first half, if not into the second half, he's going to be the guy because the other quarterbacks aren't there. So this is a huge opportunity for him. And so already you're setting him up to fail. And it's like, you can't be making excuses. Again, when you are a late round draft pick, this is all you could ask for is this opportunity.
So is it, and they're in Carolina. Is Bryce Young and all their starters playing?
I don't know how much they're going to play, but yes, Bryce Young is out there in uniform and he looks like he's ready to go.
I think they said most of their starters will play.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it easier if you're a guy like Sanders, is it easier to play against the better players with the better players on your team, or is it better to be with play against the scrubs of the other team, but you also have scrubs on your side?
You want to play with your better players because when you get into the backups, it can be pretty chaotic. Your protection.
What a handoff. Did you see that?
Your protection can be wonky. Guys don't always know what they're doing. You always want to play with the ones.
I'll tell you what, he looks like a pro out there.
He sure does.
Even if you want to play, even if you're going against the ones.
He's got his bling, and he just handed the hell out of that ball.
It's subtle bling. It's not over the top.
Yeah. Tucked into his, well, kind of.
This is the most watched 5th-round pick that was a 4th-stringer into camp in the history of the NFL.
Well, yesterday you got to listen to us watch baseball. Now you get to listen to us watch Shedeur Sanders. He's going to throw it. Slant. Oh!
Little hot, little
Who
high.
Who is 16?
Settle in, son. Come
Catch
on.
the ball. The hell?
Can we talk about the Tom Brady statue instead?
Who's Johnson?
This is riveting.
Who is that?
He
sucks.
I thought you giving detailed breakdowns of the Mariners White Sox was bad.
Come on, that was a good throw, dude.
Little high, little hot.
Oh, that's Deontay John. Oh, all right. When did he go to the Browns?
This year. He was a Raven.
All right, here's the third snap. All right, 3rd and 4. Big play. Big play. Oh, yeah.
You got to get to the sticks.
First down.
No, it's not.
Nah, it's short.
Oh, God.
Are you okay?
Shedeur thinks it's the first down.
Are you okay?
Yeah, why is David? And these are the starters?
Cleveland's not very good, in case you didn't know.
Who's Davis? Guy can't even catch a wide open.
Who's Johnson? Who's Davis?
God, I hate the Browns.
That would be Caden Davis.
Who's that? Is that a rookie?
No.
Didn't the Browns draft a couple good running backs?
Yeah, they got Quishon Judkins, I believe, out of.
Although, isn't
Ohio
he facing
State.
off the field potential suspension issues or something like that?
I don't know.
They got Sampson too, right? The Tennessee kid.
Yeah, they got Dylan Sampson and Judkins out of Ohio
So
State.
they should be able to run the ball.
I think Jerome Ford is still there as well.
He is.
So Yeah. Just in case you didn't know, Cleveland's not going to be very good.
Well, they went 3-0. So.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I liked what I saw from Sanders.
Shadur inspired that punt coverage unit, though, because there was no return on that.
Yeah, that's right. I think Shadur's. That's another one of
Those
his
special teamers. They're playing for Shadur tonight.
That's
qualities.
Right. That's right. Everyone's balling out.
Anyway, back to real sport golf over here on the other TV. We've got history tonight in baseball. I don't know if you know this. Yes.
Don't.
Well, tonight the Dodgers play the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Good little matchup. And we've got Clayton Kershaw going against Max Scherzer.
I'll be damned.
Now,
if this was like 10 years ago, this thing would be dynamite.
As you know, there were only 20 pitchers with 3,000 strikeouts.
Yes.
And these are 2 of them.
When's the last time that happened?
I knew you were going to ask that, Jason.
Thank you.
And I've come prepared with that answer.
Talk to me, Goose.
Now, how many times have 2 pitchers who already have 3,000 strikeouts,
yes,
how many times have they met against each other after the 3,000 strikeout mark? Well,
4.
It happened 20 times in the 80s.
Oh.
Because
it was same
all
2
those guys like Clemens and
maybe Seaver might have, Tom Seaver might have still been hanging around.
Yeah, there were a lot of them then.
Yeah.
But since then, it's only happened 3 times, and tonight will be the 4th. So we had Greg Maddux v. Roger Clemens in 2006. We had Kurt Schilling v. Roger Clemens in 2007. And then there was a 16-year gap until we had Max Scherzer go up against Justin Verlander.
And it may be
in 2023.
And it may be another long while before we see this.
Well, that was going to be my next question is, if once these guys retire, will we ever see that? Two pitchers who already hit 3,000?
I mean, we went through, there's like 2 or 3 guys that, at least 2 of them, we've done this, that are sniffing around that conceivably could get there. But again, are they going to pitch against each other? And then after that, there's a big old giant, who the hell knows when the next guy is going to come. So this may be, you said there was a 16-year gap?
Well, it was from 2007 to 23.
Yeah,
but now we've had 2 of them.
Yeah, there may be another 16-year gap coming.
So Verlander is 42. He's almost done. Scherzer's 40. Kershaw's 37.
He's done. He's not.
So your next best bet is Chris Sale.
Yeah.
Who's 36, and he only needs 470 some.
But
72.
still, he's not going to get there for another couple seasons if he gets there. So.
And then you have Garrett Cole, who needs 749. He's 34.
He needs his arm to not fall off.
Chucky Morton won't get there.
This could be a long time before we see this again. So this is kind of rarefied air. What we're seeing tonight.
You know, oh my God, guess how old Zach Wheeler is?
Oh, I bet you Wheeler's like 34, 35.
Yeah, he's 35.
Yeah.
I think of him as much younger.
No, I mean, he came up with those same group. Like, remember Noah Syndergaard and Matt Harvey and Steven Matz? And
I believe my Giants traded him to you for Carlos Beltran in 2011.
Ooh.
Yeah. Remember when the Mets, everyone said that the Mets were going to have the best pitching staff since the Braves?
Well, it looked good for a second.
You know what? Anytime anyone's ever said that, it has never occurred.
No.
Do you remember that they did that with the Phillies?
Yeah, the Phillies had Roy Oswalt and
they were good, but
yeah,
it's just never.
No,
it just doesn't work that way.
But that young group of Mets, like as a Mets fan, we got our sports pants really, really tight because at one point they had DeGrom, Wheeler, Syndergaard, Matt Harvey, Steven Matz. I mean, it was like it just was a stupid array of young, talented arms. And a couple of them were really good. Matt Harvey was good. Syndergaard was good. DeGrom was good, but their arms all fell off. Every one of those dudes got hurt and then just disappeared.
Yeah, they were never really all good and healthy at the same time, were they?
No. And then Matt Harvey did a bunch of coke and that kind of.
So you're looking at guys like Skeens and Miz.
Yeah.
And, and who knows
Which
if they
could
get
take
there?
a decade.
Yeah.
And the other problem with that is those guys don't throw past the 5th inning. You know, it's
Cease is only 29. He's at 1,200. I mean, dude, there is nobody.
No, it could be a long. time.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Although Rich Hill, my guy Rich Hill,
Dick Mountain,
he's 45 and he only needs 1,568.
Keep going. It's like someone saying Skeens is going to get to 3,000. I'll tell you right now, if I'm betting on it, I bet no.
Well, I would bet yes if you take injury out of it.
But I'm not going to.
Well, exactly. You can't take injury out of it, and I think that's why you're betting no. I mean, that's such a hard.
Yeah.
I mean, he should get to 3,000.
Well,
He's awesome.
So should a Strasburg. So should a DeGrom. Jacob DeGrom was the best pitcher in baseball when he was healthy. and he's not healthy. When's the last time you had a young phenom like that actually stayed healthy for the bulk of his career? Is it Kershaw?
Or Scherzer? Even he's had back issues.
It doesn't happen very often. They get hurt.
Verlander been pretty healthy over the years.
Well, Verlander was washed until he got on he went and got on some.
But he was pretty healthy.
Yeah. Guys just, especially guys that throw the way Skeens throws. Miz is even worse. Every time you watch Miz throw a ball, it looks like his arm's gonna fall off.
Well, he's already on the IL.
Yeah.
Strikeouts.
Lincecum was dominant for a while and looked like he was great.
But he flamed out after 5 or 6 years.
Felix looked great for a while and he pitched for a while, but again, didn't have the durability and couldn't do it deep into his career. I mean, you have to be healthy into your mid-30s and dominant for this to happen.
I'm trying to do see where Skeens is at.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
strikeout.
You're just so early on. And again,
well, I just mean, like how, at what rate?
What rate? Because again, and the other one is some of these guys are now throwing. It used to be you'd throw 7 innings, and now a lot of times you get yanked after 5, regardless of what you're doing.
So he started 47 games, and he has 332 strikeouts.
Okay.
When we return, I will have math.
Oh boy, you might want to
give me a break.
Show your work. Show your work.
Careful.
Show your work.
I'll show my work.
Thank you.
I'll show my work. All right. And then we also have a sports fun fact coming up next.
Love fun facts.
Here on 105.1 The Fan.
Seahawks football 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Well, look, I want to come on here and tout the merits of the great Shedeur Sanders on his second drive of action tonight. But I can't do that.
Well, move the chains a little bit.
I will say that if you wanted a glimpse into the Shedeur Sanders experience, I give you 4th and 1, and he ran 20 yards backwards, damn near got sacked, and then threw it 5 yards for an incomplete pass on 4th and 1.
Hey, didn't lose any yards?
That is literally the Shedeur Sanders experience at Colorado in a nutshell.
Didn't lose any yards? He also had a guy wide open in the flat. He had a little scramble out of the pocket and
overthrew him.
And absolutely overthrew it. Like, dude, he was right in front of him.
Yeah, well, hey, it's early. It's early on.
But then there's a couple other plays where he had scrambled for a first down, threw a nice little slant.
Trust me, the Robert Griffins and the Ryan Clarks and some of the NFL talking heads will do anything to make this out to be a positive experience no matter what. Which is also fascinating to me that some guys, whether it's, Bronny James or Shedeur Sanders or, whatever guy they get their hooks into, they will not admit that he's in over his head. They just won't. It's the Anthony Richardson thing. They make up in their mind that this guy is going to be good, and they will die on that hill until they absolutely show that they have nothing left in the tank. It's the Colin Cowherd, Sam Darnold thing. And then 7 years later, he's like, "Say, I was right all along." I mean, Anthony Richardson, did you see he almost got murdered last night?
I did, yeah.
He took one right in the chops. And he ended up, it looked like he broke his finger. It went 90 degrees the wrong way. It turns out it was dislocated. They popped it back in. He should be fine. But do you know how many people I've seen be critical of the Colts offensive line? It was on Anthony Richardson. It was an empty protection, and that was his guy. Anthony Richardson, that was the hot man. And not only did he not throw off the hot man, he never looked that way. Like, how are you as a quarterback? You don't even bother to check, take a little peek-see at the free runner that is your responsibility. I mean, he is not an NFL quarterback in any shape or form. And yet we're still trying to use the narrative of, well, the Colts haven't done him any favors and the poor offensive line. It's just, we just can't be honest about guys that we want to be good because the media, for whatever reason, has created the narrative that he's going to be the next one because it's good for business and people like to talk about him.
Maybe he likes hot men.
It's possible.
You ever think of that?
It's possible. And he just wanted to take one right in the chest. Dude, it was brutal. For the preseason, I was like, oh my God. And then, of course, he's hurt and he's out of the game. Again, if you wanted a microcosm of Anthony, so the microcosm of Shedeur Sanders is that it's 4th and 1 and I'm going to run backwards 30 yards and then, throw an incomplete pass. If you want the microcosm of the Anthony Richardson experience, it's that I can't read pre-snap coverage looks. I don't look at the open defender. I get hit in the chest and I get hurt and have to leave the game. That is literally, if you were to create a Disneyland ride, remember they did the Michael Vick commercial where you got in the
Michael Vick experience, like a roller coaster deal.
That would be the Anthony Richardson experience. We're like, don't bother to look this direction, even though that's where you're supposed to. And then you're going to get hit really hard and then you're hurt and you can't come back in the game.
So I did my math. Got my math out here.
Yeah.
And Skeens, he averages 7 strikeouts a game.
Okay.
So if he were to do that, if he were to get, I'm talking full season. So
Sure.
full season is like 35 starts.
Yeah.
It would take him, and he were to keep that pace.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is absolute best case scenario. Skeens could reach 3,000 strikeouts in 11 seasons.
Yeah.
Now, factor in injuries, decline,
Let's
whatever.
Push that up to maybe 13, 14.
Yeah, I'd say 15 years. He's got a shot with his age and with his stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's
he's filthy.
I think it's a good sign right now that he's not been hurt yet.
Yeah.
I mean, Miz is already on the IL.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Some guys are just durable. It's like LeBron. Like, LeBron's just built different. He's just durable. Now, I know he takes care of his body, but I'm just...
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
But the guy is just shockingly healthy.
Yes, and you can't predict that.
And you can't. No. And I think with Skeens, or whoever gets the 3,000 strikeouts is going to have the talent of a Skeens, but also have that kind of body, and maybe he does.
When it comes, I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. Is it just, have we all just accepted the fact that whenever we see a dominant pitcher, we're just waiting for the elbow? Like,
That's what it feels like.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, all right,
That's
well,
the game today.
Yeah,
Some dude went complete game the other day for the first time in. But basically, he threw 126 pitches, and it's only the 5th time that's happened since like the year 2020.
Yeah,
like they just don't let guys go out and throw because everyone's pushing the envelope and maxing out their elbows, and their careers are shorter because of it.
Yeah, it just feels like you just at any given moment when you start to see a good pitcher and you get excited about him, you're like, and there's the injury.
Well, we talked about the Giants being at the cutting edge of this,
Yeah.
the San Francisco Giants,
Mhm.
where they are starting in the minor leagues with their pitchers. They are starting to stretch them out.
Yeah.
And they are also telling them, dude, you cannot max out.
No.
But for a handful of pitches a game,
Yep.
you have to manage. You have to Greg Maddux this
Yeah.
baby.
And when you see
some team they're figuring it
Yeah.
out. It's just, does a player listen?
Yeah, it's like when you see the Miz, who really is fun to watch. Dude, that dude is touching 99, 100, 101 every pitch, and it just looks like max effort. And you want to be like, dude, you can't get by on 96.
Well,
96 changed some speeds.
The really tough thing though is it's pitching like that gets dudes drafted and gets
Yeah.
dudes signing bonuses and stuff. Like you're not getting to the big leagues with pretty good stuff in the low 90s where you're stretching out games. Like the scouts and everybody want to see the rocket arm stuff, and then you get up there and now they're trying to dial it back because guys don't last.
Yeah, it is a weird. I don't know. I don't know how you tell a guy to not throw gas when you're capable of doing it.
I think they just have to see success.
Yeah. Doing something
without maxing out all the time. They have to see that. They have to see it work. And if it works, they'll keep doing it.
Yeah. But yeah,
and it sounds like the article we talked about with the Giants sounds like it is working for the Giants in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it's about how do you get them to actually do what you're asking.
Yeah. Well, I've even heard that like with like center fielders and stuff and like some shortstops that are diving all the time. They're telling them like you can't lay out for every ball over 162 games.
A lot of it's about money.
Yeah.
So if you could somehow lay out a case, put somebody in front of these guys and say, listen, you have great stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you $100 million right now, but your arm's going to blow out. I'll let you just fire away. $100 million, your arm's going to blow out.
Yeah.
Or you can do it like we're saying, and guess what? By the end of your career, you'll have racked up $250 million.
Yeah.
Which do you want?
Yeah.
I mean,
someone has to
hit them with the money factor, and that might change too. Because I think right now what they're all saying, it's much like NBA players who just want to score.
Yep.
They get paid off of points per game.
Yep.
So, or scoring. So pitchers want to get paid off of strikeouts and throwing heat.
Yeah.
So until you change that, they're not going to stop.
Yeah, and like Strasburg signed that big contract and then never really did much after that. But he signed the big contract and it's guaranteed money. This guy's saying that Miz actually got hit in the leg with a line drive.
Yeah, it's a shin.
So that's good at least. At least it's not an arm. But that just goes to the point of it doesn't even have to be your arm. You know, you hit in the leg and people get hurt. It's what happens. The injury rate, it feels like the injury rate with pitchers is sky high.
Fun fact will have to be later. Joey Harrington will have to be later, although we already knew that. Up next, it is in the news. Malaria has arrived in Washington.
Awesome.
And with a twist. That's next. Here's Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, on the Diamond, the Mariners have won 5 straight and are just a game and a half behind the Astros in the AL West. Tonight, the M's will open up a 3-game set against the Rays at T-Mobile Park. Luis Castillo gets the start for Seattle. Former Beaver Drew Rasmussen on the hill for Tampa. First pitch is at 6:40. In the association, the Boston Celtics have signed head coach Joe Mazzulla to a multi-year contract extension. The terms of that deal not yet disclosed. We've got more NFL preseason going on right now. It's the Shadur Sanders career debut for the Cleveland Browns. The first drive ended in a 3-and-out. They did move the chains on the second drive before he was ultimately stopped. The Panthers now have the ball. It's currently 0-0 in the first quarter, about 4 minutes to go. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson. Weekdays 2 to 3. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Well, I thought I was going to be able to sue NFL Network for putting Bryce Young v. Shedeur Sanders on my TV.
Yeah, but you've been entertained, huh?
I'm okay with it.
Are you not entertained?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Well, it derailed the show for about 5 minutes as you refused to look at anything other.
Well, Sanders,
Shedeur
hey,
Sanders.
he's must-see TV, man.
You know who's must-see TV? The Advocates.
Bryce Young.
Well, Advocates are on TV now. Have you seen? They've got TV
Oh yeah, dude,
commercials.
I've seen them all the time.
Yeah, they're everywhere now.
They're funny.
The word is spreading
They have funny bits.
that if you've been injured, you need more than a lawyer. You need an advocate. You need Isaac Robb, or you need the Advocates. I guess you could choose either one.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
You know, they don't get paid until you win. I think that's an important thing to note.
Bingo.
That we like to note.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, we like to have notations.
I mean, that's important.
Yes.
Because people think, well, I got to pay him a bunch of money, and lawyers cost like $250 an hour. And it's like, got one phone call. Look at Bryce Young. Look at that.
Look at that.
Is that guy MVP?
Look at that.
Probably MVP.
He's the Advocates of the NFL quarterbacks. He's that good.
But you know what I mean? Like, people think, I got a phone call. It's just going to cost me $200. It's none of that.
It is not.
It's none of that, man. They don't get paid until you win.
And they'll treat you right.
Consultations are free. And they know, look, they got enough cases. So if your case they can't help you, they'll just tell you that. Okay.
Yeah,
They're just going to tell you.
Okay, babe. Okay.
And they may even crack a joke because they're funny. And they're good drinkers too. So that's Ken and Donnie there of the Advocates. Check them out at advocateslaw.com. Okay.
One of the best things about living in the Northwest is enjoying time outdoors. And having your own quality outdoor living space makes it possible year-round. Whether you're adding a deck, redoing your outdoor space, or creating a stunning outdoor
How's everybody doing out there?
Doing great.
Radio land out there?
I'm ready to go. Shane Falco, so Malcho. Damn right.
Great week of radio broadcast.
As far as you know.
As evidence right there, that new fun drop. It is 7-0 Panthers over Browns. Bryce Young is showing up. Shedeur Sanders.
Well, Bryce Young went from worst quarterback we've seen in NFL history to, maybe got a little something. Drafted, T-Mac in the first round, and Leggett, their other big receiver, he got kicked out for fighting early on. Got into a bit of a spat, but
I say the deep ball, man.
There's some people, that's Leggett. There's some people that think Carolina might be a decent little team this year.
I want to keep that private.
At least Bryce Young has shown some flashes.
It is August 8th, 2025. It is time now for In the News. I am your noted news man. Hello. I am here for you today on this Friday, beautiful Friday, where it is National Whataburger Day.
I don't know if I've had a Whataburger.
I haven't either.
I've seen a Whataburger.
I've had Whataburger in Dallas.
It's pretty mid, yeah?
I wouldn't even say it's mid. I mean, I guess it kind of reminds me of it's just another fast food chain. It's like a Jack in the Box or something.
In fact, I think I may have had a Whataburger in Japan.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think their big thing is like Texas toast. Like they serve burgers on Texas toast.
That was like, I want to say the BTJ's brother was like excited to go to Whataburger. I think it was one of those. It was one of those American burger chains, but I can't confirm that.
I have nothing to say about Whataburger.
Yeah, I don't know. But
it is also National Zucchini Day.
I do like a good zucchini.
I do too.
Yeah.
Pro zucchini here on the program.
Stands to reason for the big zucchini.
There you go. A little olive oil, maybe some garlic salt on that.
Yeah.
A little pan-seared or a grill. It's nice.
You're named after the
there you go.
vegetable.
Yeah, I got no problem with it.
Well, as I mentioned, malaria has arrived in Washington.
That's fun. I was just thinking to myself, man, I could use some more malaria in my life.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
A woman in Washington has been diagnosed with malaria despite not traveling abroad.
How is that possible?
How is that possible? You tell me.
Couldn't tell you. I'm not big on my malaria.
Zucchini. The woman was diagnosed August 2nd and has been in treatment. While officials investigate the source of her illness, it's possible she was recently infected with malaria in Washington, making her illness the first known locally acquired case of malaria in Washington. An investigation is underway. However, health officials say this case should cause public concern, as the most likely cause of a locally acquired case is a mosquito biting someone infected with a travel-associated case of malaria, then passing the infection on to this patient.
So I think we can say now officially it's time to panic. Is that what I'm reading here?
Yeah.
All right, let's ring the panic bell. Stay indoors, let's mask up, kill all mosquitoes, and, stop the spread.
Malaria, very rare in the United States.
Yeah. That's more of an African disease.
It's caused by a parasite, often passed between humans by mosquitoes, but cannot be directly passed from one person to another. Isn't that wild?
Kind of
Southeast Asia too, right? Like Thailand and stuff like that?
Yeah, South America. I was thinking like warm, kind of.
I just remember before we went on our honeymoon to Thailand, they were like, you should maybe think about malaria shots.
I do know sometimes when you travel overseas, they make you get the malaria shot.
And it's curable. I mean, you can.
But you don't want it.
You definitely don't want it.
You don't want the malaria.
It's not on your list of diseases you want.
Is there a list? Is there a list that you do want? I mean,
well,
could you think of one?
What? Yeah, like what? What would you want
if you had to get?
You had to have something. And you can't just say the common cold.
No, you got to get something. What about like GERD?
GERD? What's that?
It's just like when you get like it's like like the Mike Leach. You get some GERD. He had GERD.
Like with like the phlegmy
that was a
rumbling
condition.
Yeah, GERD is like if you get it's like a turned up like acid reflux. So that's where if you ever hear people that do the
well, my.
That's usually GERD. Would you like?
Wow.
It's a little annoying, but it's kind of it can be kind of funny and endearing. You kind of do bits with it, It's, GERD. Right?
Didn't know GERD.
Plus, it's kind of funny because like, what do you got? I got GERD.
That'd be kind of annoying though.
Feels like it's cousins with gout.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say gout because I think gout's the funniest of the diseases, but gout like hurts. Like you can't walk. You got like a cane involved. You got to wear like a special shoe. Whereas GERD, dude, what's with that guy? And be like, he's just got GERD. See, you're chuckling already. I think the answer is GERD.
So malaria has reached Washington. It's a disease. It's called malaria in particular.
I like that. I don't know if anyone else did, but I enjoyed that. Did you just invent that word?
I did.
Caravans. I think I came up with that name, but somebody did.
I think I did, but somebody did.
It's not as good as skedaddle. That's my favorite.
You know the word skedaddle? That means skedaddle.
I love it.
It's called baseball in particular.
Well, Jace, the local paddleboarders have had enough.
They're outraged.
And the kayakers.
We talked about this. We knew it was coming. We knew this revolt was going to happen.
A trio of petitioners aims to repeal a new law that would require paddleboarders and flatwater kayakers to pay state permit fees starting in January.
Screw you.
Angela Epperson, a Hermiston resident who enjoys kayaking, says, "I think it goes against our constitutional rights."
Oh my God, we're back to the constitutional rights.
She said,
I have the constitutional right.
too much to arrive at these political compromises.
I think that's the 23rd Amendment, where you have the right to kayak where you feel without the need. You will not tread on my kayak.
She says, I just think they've gone too far here now. Boy.
Constitutional rights of kayaking. There will be no kayaking without representation.
Yeah, now. So yes, you are going to, if you haven't heard us talk about this before, you are going to have to pay, or at least theoretically going to have to pay for
a license.
Anything under 10 feet used to be exempt. It is no longer.
So paddle boards, kayaks, or whatever, you now are required to get a permit to go out on the piddle-paddle waters.
Good luck to me.
Which, again, I would like to state for the record, I don't know if this is a constitutional right thing, but the state of Oregon can get bent on that. That is such a stupid thing.
Well, that's why our Hermiston gal, Angela, that's why she's pissed.
I like it.
The fee for permitting the human-powered vessels effective January of 2026 will be $20 for a one-year permit or $35 for 2 years.
Because this was like, there was some sort of, right? Wasn't it a mussel? There was like an invasive mussel.
Correct.
And
the golden mussels.
Yeah. And they were trying to keep them out of the Oregon waters, and apparently this was going to do that.
Yep. It will fight invasive species including zebra and quagga mussels.
Yeah.
Which have been found in Washington and Idaho, and golden mussels, which were found in California last year, and to improve access for non-motorized vessels.
Let me just say, the idea that you could head out to like just a river or a lake somewhere and throw a stand-up paddleboard and get a ticket for not having it licensed is literally some of the dumbest S I've heard in a long, long time.
Well, they have a new petition. You should sign it.
Yeah. I'm not going to, but if I was like walking along and you could get my attention, I'd sign that. But chances are I wouldn't pay attention to it, but that's dumb.
They need to gather 1,000 valid voter signatures in order to start the ballot title process. If they clear that hurdle, they will then need to gather 117,173 valid signatures to qualify for the ballot in November of 2026.
And let me state for the record, I don't kayak or paddleboard, and I still think it's stupid. Screw that.
Well, if they get it on the ballot, I'm sure they'll win. Right?
I hope so.
Because all they're trying to do is repeal it.
Yes.
Exciting times. All right. The Oregon Zoo has new dwarf goats.
Ooh, I love the goats, and I love the dwarf goats even more.
That story next, here on In the News on The Fan.
This is the Fan's window into sports, a view into today's top stories, brought to you by Window Nation, online at windownation.com.
The Colts to a field goal drive in the opening touch, and he's under pressure. Buried by David Njoku back at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that's Anthony Richardson getting his clock cleaned.
Yeah, and busting his hand. I guess it was his finger, but he's going to be okay. But yeah, next time. You might want to understand empty concepts and, I don't know, glance in the direction of the open defender. I mean, dude, he got murdered on that thing.
Window Nation this month, 50% off all window styles, 0 down, 0 inches, 0 payments for 2 years. 866-90Nation or windownation.com for a free in-home estimate.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
I'm Dirt. I wonder if this year, because he's got a new quarterback who doesn't have as much experience, and the last time we saw him, he didn't play particularly well, will Will Stein emerge as the best coordinator to hire in college football this season?
I'm going to say no on that.
Because there's going to be a lot of gigs potentially available. There's some super hot seats all over the landscape of that sport.
The home of Dirt and Spray. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on the Fan Sports Network.
Reynolds Defense Firms, one promise. This is McDaniel Reynolds with the Reynolds Defense Firm, and we specialize in one thing.
On the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
All right, this is in the news for August 8, 2025. I've got big animal news for you guys out here.
Love the animal news.
Out at the zoo. Oh, yeah. Shadur threw a touchdown while we were in break.
The Carolina Panthers fumbled the punt return at the 10-yard line, and Sanders had to go a whopping 10 yards.
He made him pay is what he did. That's
right.
what good quarterbacks do.
He converted.
That's right.
So he is now 6 of 11 for 40 yards and 1 tutty and no sacks.
Well, he did run on that 4th and 1. He did run backwards.
Like I
yards.
said, did not give up any yards.
Give up any, yeah.
Did not lose yardage. Oh, now Bryce Young's out of the game. Who's this numbnut? Is that?
We are officially in backup territory now.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Zoo visitors will be able to meet the new trio of dwarf goats, Biscuit, Jam, and Jelly, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 10:30 to 1:30 throughout the summer.
I didn't know that the zoo had. I didn't know goats were a zoo animal.
They are Nigerian dwarf goats.
I bet those things are adorable.
Yeah, the Oregon Zoo has a whole barnyard area after their like northwest forested area.
Oh, that's cute.
So there's goats, there's pigs, there's tortoises, there's stuff that you would find around a farm.
My zoo sources were telling me that they were out at the zoo and saw these goats and said that they were indeed small.
Dude, little goats, like, and they dress them up in pajamas and like prance around. Dude, goats are just adorable.
The way they frolic, jumping up on little stumps and things.
They look happy.
Yeah, they do. They exude
I think
happiness.
that's what it is. That's like Tula too, the little baby elephant.
We saw her too.
When you watch the baby elephant run around out at the Oregon Zoo, it's just the cutest thing because she looks so happy. She's just playing.
It's
and kind of gangly and stumbly and
it's kind of the definition of the word heartwarming. Like you
Yeah.
see it and you're just like, oh.
I looked into getting a goat for the backyard, but they say that you can't have a goat.
Yeah, you have to have multiple.
You got to have multiple goats, and then it wasn't a thing. But because I have a decent sized yard, and
You need a new lawnmower, do you?
I just how much happier would my life be if I just opened the sliding back door and there just some goats came prancing through?
I don't know if it's true, but I have heard that they're a nightmare.
I know. Well, I had them when I lived in Woodburn, but I owned like a big piece of property, and it was fine because they just were outside and they did their own thing. I think
But in, like, a city?
I think having a city goat would probably be very problematic. But I see them and they crack me up, and I'm very much pro goat.
Well, the goats are settling in well, and the other dwarf goats have accepted these dwarf goats.
Nice. I haven't been to the zoo in a long time. I keep telling myself I should go to the zoo, but I've told you I have conflicted feelings about this.
Well, they've got some cool stuff going on during the summer. My buddy just went last Friday. They have a Zoo Nights series, and they saw a Journey cover band called Stone in Love.
Yeah, they were.
I've seen Stone
Well,
in
we
Love.
know Stone in Love.
Yeah.
Stone in Love's been on the show.
Yeah.
They're great.
They were out there last Friday.
Well, Zoo, or what do they call it? Zoo Brew?
That's when they do like the Brew Fest. This is Zoo Nights. I
Zoo
think,
Nights,
which
okay.
is not Zoo Lights, which is the holiday.
Well, Zoo Brew. See, the only way to take in the zoo, in my opinion,
By drinking?
yes, is when they add massive quantities of drinking.
Can I not drink at the normal?
No, you can.
You can. I was there on Monday morning, and I saw a woman walking around with a White Claw at like 10:30. So
Yeah, you can. It's just way better when it's like more of a party. When the animals aren't the main attraction, that's when you got something.
Sure.
Because it's a whole experience. Like there was a cover band, like he said. I don't think it was Stone in Love, but there was a cover band playing like freaking Naked Eyes up there.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude.
You got some drinks, and then you're in the
Yeah, you got some beers.
I get
you
it.
got
anytime you
some
can have a
food.
$17 IPA and Wheel in the Sky playing instead of looking at the animals, you got to go for it.
And then, oh, by the way, an elephant saunters by you.
And it's funny because I see the elephant and I get all happy, but then I see like a sad chimpanzee or a bear that looks like miserable, and then it kind of breaks my heart, and then I'm like, oh man.
The only thing that would make that better is if they just let the animals out.
Yes.
For the party.
So a free for all sort of thing, and then someone gets mauled by a tiger or something, and then that's a bit of
Now,
a
do you
bummer,
think
but
the animals would just go straight for all the food carts?
I think the animals might go for each other. I think that's the. But you could have like the penguins out, like
Well,
the friendly animals.
The food smells good. Like,
Yeah.
would they
get
just?
all the omnivores out there?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, let them.
Put the elephants, the giraffes, the penguins, anything that's not going to eat meat.
Yeah, exactly, and let them roam around a little bit, see what
Those would be
happens.
herbivores.
That would get me. You know, get me out to the zoo. Do that. Maybe a koala out there spreading chlamydia to somebody.
The original petting zoo.
There you go. Someone gets bit, loses an eye.
Well, welcome, biscuit, jelly, and jam.
It's adorable.
I'm sure they're listening right now.
Yeah, being cute as the dickens. If you ever having a bad day, just Google goats in pajamas jumping around, and you'll cheer up. You will.
All right, next hour we've got Joey Harrington. I think he's coming on.
Mm-hmm.
My sources, I have Harrington family sources.
Yeah.
And there's something we need to address in the Harrington family.
Ooh. Controversy, huh?
Some people are saying.
Some people are saying. Or a lot of people are saying.
Also, do we buy Arch Manning is staying at Texas? And a sports fun fact next hour. That is in the news August 8th, 2025, brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorneys at advocateslaw.com on 105.1 The Fan.
When you've got real
there. Or is it? I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know why I said that.
That's 79.
Oh, it's not. You probably need to turn on your mic.
Yeah, that's-
I can hear you, but if you want other people to hear you,
Nah, I don't want anyone
you
else
turn
to
on your
hear
mic.
Yeah, it's
You
79.
said 79 out there?
79 degrees according to my
Wow. Okay.
iPhone.
Not hot at all.
No?
That's not hot.
Oh.
That's delightful.
Okay.
It's your Sports Bros. I am Isaac. And Big Sook is right over there.
Right here.
Look at him.
Enjoying a nice, comfortable 79-degree day. Got my flippy flops on. Let's go.
So they're saying Monday it could be 100.
Yeah, it's supposed to get hot. Well, I don't feel like we've had the really hot stretch.
A lot of people are saying.
Lot of people are saying.
But I tell you what, Shadur's still in there.
I think he's going to play most of the first half. I mean, he should play the whole first half, if not into the second. They don't have anyone else.
All he's doing is moving the chains.
He looks great.
Well, he's keeping him in the ball game.
You
Is
know
what he's doing.
He doesn't look awful.
No, he doesn't.
He's just
he looks fine.
Looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple decent throws, couple bad overthrows, but through the touchdown pass, he's been fine. I think that's a fair assessment. He looks fine. He's had a nice throw on a third down out of his own end zone.
We have big statue news coming up.
Yeah, why are statues so hard to get right?
Do we buy Arch staying at Texas? Joey Harrington will join us at 5:30. Like I said, I've got Harrington family sources who are disseminating information to me that I find most disturbing about the Harrington family.
We're about to pin him down on this one, make him answer the tough questions.
That's at 5:30. Coming up tonight, Club. Move over, fentanyl. That's right.
Fentanyl's old news.
Well, there's a new... What fentanyl was doing to drugs, there is a drug doing to alcohol. Does that make sense?
Okay, so I used to just be able to smoke some crack and not die, and now fentanyl came along, and I used to be able to just get blackout drunk, and now I'm going to die from it?
You could.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, well, I'm going out tonight, so I'm going to
Look, it's not good.
I'm going to need that report stat.
But it's a public service announcement.
Does it involve Malort?
Coming up at 6. No.
Because that's
But it
terrible.
does start with an M.
Okay.
And we have the latest on the Ocean Gate disaster in a stunning turn of events. They're describing it as preventable. No way.
That usually is the case.
Well, I mean...
Who would have thought that building your homemade janky sub that was controlled by an Xbox controller would possibly go awry?
All you need... it went fine for a while. It's just that the guy... you didn't need an investigation into this. No. All you needed to do was watch that Ocean Gate documentary to understand that this guy is a total boob.
Well, let me just say this.
And at this point, he's a murderer.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
He was negligent.
He killed, including his own son.
He skirted rules.
Yeah.
He all the whistleblowers that were saying this is not safe.
Doesn't that make him a manslaughterer, not a murderer?
He silenced them.
That would be a manslaughterer. Yeah, he didn't intend to kill the people.
I don't think manslaughter's enough.
Well, I think that is the definition of manslaughter, though.
This clown.
Unless you thought he wanted these people dead, and then he brought them down there to do just that.
Including his son. Yeah, you can't.
Oh, there's Sanders' almost first pick.
Yeah, he tried to throw the pick. Yeah, you can't. How about this? If you are trying to go to one of the toughest places on earth and you decide to build something in your basement to do it, that's probably not the best. It's you really that's like it's the equivalent of building a homemade rocket to go to space. I'm going to go to the bottom of the ocean, I'm going to go to space, and I'm going to use spare parts that I have laying around my house. That's usually not a recipe for success.
Isn't this more like the Bezos? Oh God, he's running backwards again.
Yeah, this is what he does. He likes to run backwards a lot.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Pseudo Sanders experience. And no, this is not like Bezos, because Bezos paid some of the smartest people and had billions upon billions of dollars. That's different than this dude who literally threw together something on a shoestring budget and was directly involved in it.
Well, he was a billionaire, wasn't he?
I don't think he was a billionaire. He certainly wasn't Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he wasn't Bezos.
I'll get in the penis rocket. I ain't getting in this dude's.
You'd get in the penis rocket?
I think you can. Look, the penis rocket's more trustworthy than this. If we're having a.
Well, sure, but I don't know if I'm getting in either one of them.
Man, your vaginas didn't power the penis rocket to space.
I'll leave that to Katy Perry.
Yeah,
and her courage.
Gail King.
Yeah, so we've got a new statue of Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's
weird. So the Patriots are playing tonight.
Yeah, you can't get statues right.
Well, it's a weird statue because his head is entirely too small and not proportionate to his body.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if the arm was way too big or
Right?
the head was way too small or both.
You ever seen that drawing that looks pretty good? Like you could tell the person's got some talent, but then they get to the hands and you're like, oh my God, why are the hands 7 times too big? It's like that. His arm, it's just him raising an arm, and I feel like that arm is 9 feet tall.
Like they made it a leg.
Yeah. And then his head is like remember in Beetlejuice where the little guy shrinks Beetlejuice's head? It looks like that.
Either his shoulder pads are too big, making the head look small, or the head is just too small.
And look, I'm not a sculptor. Maybe just statues.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
No.
But like, I feel like I'm going to say 7 times out of 10 when we reveal the statue, don't we all go,
Also, Tom Brady
Yes.
is still very much alive, and the proportions of his body are available to any artist out there doing the piece. Why wouldn't you just have him walk in and get those measurements?
I really think that we got to start. Like, I think the ancient sculptors, have spoiled us all. Because you go to Rome and you're like, dude, like old Michelangelo out there is laying out like this thing. You're like, oh my God, that's the most amazing work of art. And then like the guy that did Tom Brady's statue, his name is just like Steve.
Got my Michelob Ultra joints.
And look, I'm sure Steve's fine. It looks, the parts of it look good, but
it looks like him.
I think it does look like him.
I think putting it together is just harder than we realize.
It must be. But it does look like Tom Brady.
Yes,
It's just
it does.
The head is small.
And the arms
and the arm is huge.
Yes, the arm is enormous. That thing is like the fist of justice.
It's like an elephant trunk.
Yes. You ever been to Detroit and you see the Joe Louis fist that's in the middle of the city?
Yep.
I feel like they just took that thing and they were like, we've already got the cast of that. Throw that on Tom Brady.
Do you
Sculptor's like he had a good arm, right?
He did have a good arm.
maybe for statues, maybe they accentuate things. Like, is that a thing when you make statues?
So you accentuate the arm?
You accentuate the things that you want people to see most?
Yeah, maybe. And also, did they make him kind of look fat?
Oh, I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so.
He always had the
He's got the rib pads.
Yeah, he always had he always did look kind of funny in his uniform.
It's just I don't know. Look, it's Tom Brady. It's not the worst looking statue. It's just I can't get over the arms and the head. It throws me. Although Brady had a pretty good one-liner. He said it's something for the Patriot fans to cheer and the Jets fans to throw beers at when they leave the stadium.
In the second
quarter. That's nice. He's doing bits.
Did you know that Tom Brady never took a snap mathematically eliminated from the playoffs?
Ever?
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that wild?
I'll be damned. That
Did you
is
know
cool.
That? That's a sports fun fact.
That is a sports fun fact. Huh. Someone saying the Griffey statue at T-Mobile. Yes, good statue.
Yep.
Solid.
Yeah, isn't his hat on backwards?
No, he's swinging.
It's the swingman pose,
It's the
right?
swingman
Well,
pose.
how could you screw that up?
No, it's great.
I don't know. Tom Brady's just standing there and he screwed that up.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's true.
Yeah, there's some. Remember the Allen Iverson one? Dude, that thing was bizarre.
The Dwayne Wade one was a
Yeah,
problem.
the Dwayne Wade one was like nightmare fuel.
Cristiano Ronaldo was a problem.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Brandy Chastain bust from the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame.
It's not good. So be grateful, Seattle fans. The Griffey statue is one of the better ones. And I don't know if we'll ever get one in Portland, but hopefully.
Do we have any?
No, we don't have any.
Of sportsers?
No, we got nothing. Have you been to Moda? We don't. There's.
We should have it. We've talked about this.
We
But
don't even have a restaurant.
The Lillard statue is coming?
The Lillard statue should.
It's coming.
You would hope. Yes. Or at least, maybe you could do one, like you should do one to because they retired every number from the championship team. Do like a starting 5 of that 77 championship team. Like a Miracle on Ice sort of thing, where they're all up on the podium. Do something like that. Put it in front of the water fountain there. Throw something up. Statues are cool. We love statues. It gives people something to take a photo and put it on the gram. We need something out there.
Yeah, I do love a good statue.
And then if you could get me like 2 restaurants and a bar, I would appreciate that as well.
I think statues are better than, probably way more costly, but statues are better than like hanging, like retiring numbers.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No offense to the hanging number. You want the statue.
Yeah. They should do more statues and less hanging of.
But it's just hard. That's all.
Well, it must be, Jace.
Yeah.
Must be.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, do we buy Arch is staying at Texas? 105.1 The Fan.
The Fan. with Isaac and Suk on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
I was thinking about that Tom Brady fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
And it was that he never took a snap, mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah.
I wonder, is Tom Brady the athlete with the most jaw-dropping historical stats or anecdote? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how you get these great players in, because we were talking about Ichiro the other day.
Sure.
And some of Ichiro's stats like that,
Yeah, they're silly.
they're insane.
Yeah.
Some of those old guys have a bunch of them. Like
Yeah,
Tony
the old
Gwynn
guys.
has a bunch of them. Greg Maddux has a bunch of them.
Yeah, like the number of times, like the strikeouts, or that he. There's always some sort of weird. How many times he missed a pitch?
Yeah. I think there was a year that Tony Gwynn struck out 19 times. Total.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The intentional walk one with Barry Bonds is like that. He got
Bonds.
Bonds has some walk.
Bonds
ones
has some wild
that
numbers.
are like what? I mean, we've brought it up, and it's hockey, but the Gretzky one is always the one that gets me. Is that, well, I guess he's not the all-time leading goal scorer anymore. Ovechkin just clipped it, but if you took away, because he's the all-time leading, it's a nice pass by Sanders.
That's a nice pass.
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
Good little catch.
He's the all-time leading goal scorer, and if he had never scored a goal, he would still be the all-time points leader. He has more assists than anyone has goals and assists. That's like one of those that is pretty silly. Yeah, this was like by far his best little grab there.
So Sanders, 10 of 17, 90 yards, 1 teddy.
Yeah, he looks fine.
He looks like he's not.
It
he doesn't look overwhelmed.
It does not look like it's too big for him.
And his ball, I mean, it's not. It's not bad.
No,
I mean, he's not.
He's thrown two really nice balls that with a guy in his face that were well placed for first downs. He does not look overwhelmed, and that's about all you can ask for from a 5th-round pick.
Maybe Tiger Woods.
Tiger's got some like the miscut ones, and
or have you seen like that stretch of time over like 7 or 8 years over majors? He was like, his score was like 113 under par, and the next closest was like 94 over.
Well, he won a major by 15 shots.
Yeah,
I want you to think about that.
Yeah,
15 shots in a major.
And that was when he was, and that was still when he was fairly young.
So the cut streak was like 100 and. No, it was more than that, wasn't it? It was like 300 some.
Something ridiculous.
I can't remember. The one about Tiger that always sticks out, I don't know why I remember it, is that he won 5 straight tournaments 3 different times.
Run that by me again. He won.
He won 5 straight tournaments 3 different times.
So he had 3 different stretches in his career where he
5
just
in a
won
row.
5 straight, like over a month.
Yeah, like imagine, so Scotty Scheffler's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine he wins 5 straight tournaments.
Yeah.
What would we be saying? Like, as good as he is, he has not won 5 straight tournaments.
Winning 5 events in a year is a lot.
Yes. 5 straight. 5 in a row. 5 straight weeks winning. Imagine Scotty Scheffler doing that and what we would be saying. Tiger did that
Did it
3 different times.
So I looked up 7 absurd sports facts stats, and like this. So you mentioned Greg Maddux. Maddux popped up here. They said that Maddux faced almost 21,000 batters in his career. And of those almost 21,000 batters, only 310 saw a 3-0 count, and 177 of them were intentional walks.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Unbelievable.
Almost 21,000 at-bats, 310 3-0 counts, 177 intentional walks.
He just always got ahead.
Always got ahead.
He painted the black, baby.
This was Barry Bonds' 2004 on-base percentage. In 2004, Barry Bonds reached base more times than he had at-bats. He had 617 plate appearances. He had 129 hits on 373 at-bats with 232 walks. And he also got hit by 9 pitches and reached on errors 6 times. So that's, I mean...
So if I had
he had
to
an
give
on-base percentage of 609.
So you have to walk into a room of people who know nothing of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to impress them with one athlete's stats or these what do you call these things? Like just these fun facts about certain athletes. Are you going Tiger? Are you going Bonds? You taking him Brady? You taking him Gretzky? Who you taking?
The Gretzky one really stands out.
The Gretzky one stands out because it's simple. If you don't know
what
anything
if you
about
have multiple? I'm talking about like all of their stats. Like
Yeah.
Brady has some amazing ones.
Gretzky, if I used to have a T-shirt when Gretzky retired with all of Gretzky's stats on the back and like little fun facts like this. And again, it's hockey, so people kind of roll their eyes. But if you just explained the difference between him and everyone else, it's pretty silly. Another one here, they said Larry Fitzgerald had 29 drops in his career, 16 years. He had 41 tackles.
Yeah, that's a really good one. More career tackles than drops as a wide receiver.
Yes.
So he got more tackles on interception and fumble returns than he ever dropped passes.
Wilt Chamberlain in 1961 averaged 48.5 minutes per game. He averaged more minutes in a game than there are minutes in regulation. The 0.5 comes from games that he played that went to overtime. He never...
Just didn't come out.
He didn't come out. And then there's Gretzky, holds the record. They're saying the career points, and that's the one we talked about. Brady in his Super Bowls. Tom Brady has a better chance to make a Super Bowl than Steph Curry has to make a three-pointer. Brady played in 20 full seasons in the NFL, and he reached the Super Bowl 9 times, 45%. Steph Curry, 3-point percentage, 43% for his career.
That's insane.
That's a good one.
There you go. Take that one into
Because
that
we know
room.
Steph's the greatest shooter of all time, and Tom Brady had a better chance of going to the Super Bowl than Steph had of
So
making a
Steph
three.
one 3-pointer.
Yes.
So I will tell you, I'm going to give you this option. Be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how dumb you think I would be if I laid this out
A
for you.
random Steph three.
I showed up on the show and I was like, hey, I have an either or.
Yeah.
You have to pick one.
Yeah.
What's more likely?
Yeah.
Steph Curry shoots a 3-pointer
Mm-hmm.
and makes it, or Tom Brady plays a full season and goes to the Super Bowl.
Odds are saying Tom Brady.
You'd be like, oh my God, Rob.
Yeah.
Give me Steph in the open
Yeah, give me
three.
the Curry 3. He'll make it every, No, it's Brady.
Brady's got to go against 31 other teams. Doesn't matter.
And so they're saying the number one. By the way, Shedeur Sanders with another nice touchdown pass. Look, look, he looks pretty good.
Uh-oh.
And so the hype train is about to just
here it comes.
come off the rails. But as nauseating as it going to be, and we're going to try to make a preseason game against backups mean something, look, give the guy his flowers. He looks pretty good in this game. I mean, he looks solid. They're going to try to make it to be more than it is, but he looks solid. Tip of the cap. They're saying the number one is Mo Rivera. And this is
What's
fun.
that one?
So Mo Rivera, 12 people have walked on the moon.
Okay.
12.
I didn't know Mo Rivera was one of them.
Mariano Rivera in the playoffs has given up 11 runs. More people have walked on the moon than scored a run on Mariano Rivera in the postseason.
How many innings?
That it doesn't. 96 appearances. He showed up 96 times in the postseason. They won 5 World Series with Mo, and he gave up 11 runs, and 12 people have walked on the moon. That was their number. That was their number one. That was according to Student Union Sports and their 7 absurd sports stats / facts. I honestly think the Barry Bonds one might be my favorite. He had more at bat. He had more plate appearances, or he reached more base. He reached the base more times than he had at bats. I that one. That one's fun.
It's crazy.
That's a fun.
I saw a new one today
That's
that
a
I'd
fun.
never seen before. Rob, are you familiar with Calvin Peete, the golf legend?
Yeah.
I read today that
Somewhat.
that he played over 1,200 rounds on the PGA Tour and only ever hit one ball out of bounds.
Really?
Which, I mean, to the everyman who goes out and golfs, to play 1,200 rounds and only put out of bounds once seems impossible.
Yeah. You didn't just never shanked one off the tee.
I guess,
yeah. Tiger's something else.
I wonder. That makes me wonder how many times like Tiger Woods went out of bounds.
Sure.
In a tournament.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
You have to answer that right now.
well, I mean, towards the end, that's like he was bad towards the end. Remember, he was like duffing chips, and I don't know. That might be a little weird.
It's not a tracked stat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Who knows? I would say during prime, I don't know, but towards the end, that may skew it a little bit.
I don't know. I think if I'm going into that room, I'm taking Tiger Nuggets.
Yeah.
Dude, It's unbelievable. And, Brady's come, so Bond's come from steroids. Brady's come from greatness plus longevity.
Yeah.
Tiger's come from just sheer domination of his peers. He absolutely owned everyone out there.
Yes. He is.
Except for Y.E. Yang. And who can own that?
Look, I know he didn't get to Jack because of the injuries, but dude, he's the best to ever do it. He is. He's the GOAT.
All right, well, we'll get to Arch Manning. I'll shove that off to Monday.
Okay.
Well, his dad said he's not. He's staying in Texas.
And everyone's like,
he will not be the number one pick.
Everyone's like, whatever.
Joey Harrington, listen, I've got Harrington family sources telling me some things about the Harrington family.
A lot of people are saying
he's going to need to address. And we'll get to that next when Joey Harrington joins us here on 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with the Sports Center update. First on the Fan in Major League Baseball, the Mariners have won 5 straight. They're a game and a half behind the Astros in the AL West. Tonight, the M's open up a 3-game set against the Rays at T-Mobile Park. Luis Castillo is on the hill for Seattle. Former Beaver Drew Rasmussen gets the start for Tampa. First pitch is at 6:40. In the association, the Boston Celtics have signed head coach Joe Mazzulla to a multi-year contract extension. The terms of that deal not yet disclosed. We do have some more preseason football tonight. Right now, 3 games in action. You have Shedeur Sanders leading the Browns to a 14-7 lead. They're about to go into half. It's 1 minute left in the second quarter. Shedeur 11 of 18 with 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, the Falcons lead the Lions 10-7 at halftime. And in Foxborough, they unveiled the Tom Brady statue, and Travion Henderson returned a kickoff 100 yards to the house in his first touch as a Patriot. It is 17-0 New England at the beginning of the second quarter. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Curtain Missing Work Insurance Companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Recruiting with Andrew Nemec, Thursday evenings at 7 after Isaac and Souk on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. It's time for Who's Leading the Charge, a look under the hood at the coaches, players, and teams getting it done. Brought to you by Battery Exchange.
There's your speed depth. There it goes. Oh, there he goes. It's already a new season. The number 2 draft pick.
Travion Henderson?
That's right.
Yeah.
100 yards.
100 yards. That's how you, he doesn't have to worry about making a team, but it's like what you look for in the preseason. You look for your rookies to make impacts, and that's about as impactful as you can get.
Battery Exchange, reliable, affordable batteries for cars, boats, RVs, golf carts, and more. Online at batteryexchange.com, powered by Continental Battery Systems. Mention code BXT10 for 10% off.
Your neighborhood grocery outlet has the name brands you love all at
in your family's minivan. The doctor calls on Wednesday, right before your flight, to talk about your colorectal exam. You're back to work on Thursday and your boss is all uptight, 'cause you didn't push your best-selling brand. But now it's the Friday drive and it's story time. Yes, it's story time. The one time a week when you can truly plan to kick back and listen to story time. Yes, it's story time. We're pushing it out on every airwave we can. We're on both 105.1 and 1080 The Fan. Part of the Fan's Global Sports Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Harrington. Hi.
Hi.
Good little open.
How are you?
Yeah, great. How are you?
Good.
Are
Good.
you as good as
I'm great.
Are you as good as Shedeur Sanders right now?
Is Shedeur Sanders good? Why? Did he just shoot 38 on the backside at Juniper?
Oh, hey,
coming
dude.
out dropping nuggets.
Dude, wait. Okay, we'll get back to Shedeur. Criminally underrated Central Oregon course, Juniper.
100%.
Why does no one ever talk about Juniper?
I don't know. It's a Muni. It's always in great shape. It is a great mix of holes. It's fun. It's perfect.
A great mix of holes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, it is.
indeed.
Wait, easy now. Easy.
It's a good track. Yeah, Sanders is lighting him up.
He's 11 of 18 for 100 yards.
Well, he looks good.
But he does have
11
two.
of
He
18
does
for 100 yards is lighting him up.
Well,
he has 2 touchdowns and he does not look overwhelmed. How about that?
He looks pretty good, and Dion has already tweeted, "God is good," and what now?
What now? So again, we're gonna try to make a first half preseason game. We're gonna try to make it out as he is the second coming of Tom Brady and or Jesus.
That's right. Now,
Or he could simply be a mix of Jesus and Fergie. I mean, that has been done before, right?
That is true. Yes, indeed.
I picture you sitting out on that back little deck there at Juniper. Is that where you are right now?
You know what? We literally we pulled away, and I pulled into the general store a few minutes ago, and a lady was like, "Oh man, we just got over the pass, and we expected to listen to you on the radio." And I was like, "Oh, radio, that's right, thanks."
Oh.
And so then, I turned my phone on.
Thanks, lady.
Yeah. Look at that. Out there doing the Lord's work.
You're at Black Butte then, huh?
Exactly. It's like Jesus and Fergie were at the general store, and they were like, "Hey, just reminding you."
Central Oregon is it's a wonderful place.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. Be out there in a couple weeks. Can't wait.
is.
All right.
Yeah.
So Harrington family sources are telling us, Joey, there's something we need to bring up with you. And it is that,
me?
Yes, we need, so we had a candy bar segment on the show the other day. Don't ask me why, but we did.
Okay.
And our sources close to your family are telling us that your mother's favorite candy bar is the Big Hunk.
Mm-hmm.
Can you confirm or deny this?
Okay, one, as her son, I cannot confirm or deny this. And two, I'm trying to figure out, who in the hell would know what my mom's favorite candy bar is? That would be
sources.
in your...
Hey, we've infiltrated the family.
We have sources. You've got leaks. You
Well,
think
you
that
infiltrated the neighborhood last time, and and nothing came from that.
Yeah.
That was just a bunch of malarkey, is what it was.
I'll tell you right now, the call's coming from inside the house. We've got sources. You've been infiltrated.
This is an inside job.
This is an inside job, and quite frankly, we're disturbed that your mom's favorite candy bar is the Big Hunk.
Was she trying to lose a filling or something
Exactly.
like that?
Thank you.
The Big Hunk, I believe that is some sort of industrial spackle that's masquerading as a candy bar. There's no way that's number one.
The only thing that candy bar is good for is getting stuff out that's stuck between your teeth.
Yes. The thing is rough.
What's your favorite candy bar?
I'm trying to. My favorite candy bar? Okay. Yeah. Ooh, didn't we just do this segment a couple weeks ago where did we rank candy bars?
I don't think so.
What did we do? We didn't.
You ranked
We
meats?
did some list.
You guys ranked meats?
We did rank
meat.
meats.
That's what it was. We ranked cuts of meat.
Mm-hmm.
I get those compelling segments mixed up. Okay, let's see. $100,000 is going to be in there.
100 grand's a delightful and underrated candy bar.
It is. God, I'm struggling here. Reese's peanut butter cups are going to be in there. But not Reese's Pieces. Absolutely not.
Really? You don't like the Reese's Pieces?
No, I don't. The top of my list is going to be a peanut M&M. I mean, it's just
nice.
That's
classic.
That's like, it's like a session. It's sessionable, right?
Yeah.
You can just sit down there and just like go through handful after handful of just quality peanut M&Ms.
Yeah. And they're
what else am I
dangerous because
missing?
you can eat like 9 bags of them.
Yeah. What am I missing here?
Well, you got Snickers, Butterfinger, very
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
You got
I
the
feel like
Milky
I
Way,
did
you
this
got the
list a
Quicks.
little while. Yeah.
Kit Kat.
The
Kit Kat.
Yeah. Where does Red Rope fall on your list?
That's not a candy bar. That's a candy.
All right, top candies. Is
Well,
Red Rope?
so does the Reese's peanut butter cups.
It's borderline. It's pushing because you could make that. They make a Reese's peanut butter cup in a bar form.
That's a candy cylinder or
Yeah,
a candy sphere
it's
as
the
opposed to a
same.
candy bar.
It's the same thing, but we're getting into like even M&M's is pushing it, but now we're getting into Skittle territory, and now you're not talking candy bars. Now you're just talking candy.
If I may nominate a candy
Mm-hmm.
that I believe is one of the most delicious on this world Earth planet, may I offer you the gummy worm?
Oh, see, why would I get a gummy worm when I can eat a gummy bear?
I just love gummy worms. I
So
absolutely
here's
love
the
them.
real question: Haribo or Albanese?
No, there's only one gummy bear. And believe me, this has turned almost into a defining moment in my household because my sweetheart, who I love dearly but has crappy tastes, insists that the Haribo is not the goat of gummy bears, and it's the only gummy bear that matters. It's the only one. That stupid Alpen, whatever that thing is, that's a trash ass gummy bear. Get it out of here.
They taste very different.
Yeah, it sucks.
They're completely different texture, completely different flavors.
Yeah, it's Bush. It's Bush League. It's amateur hour.
I
and
will
she
say though,
insists.
and I'm generally team Haribo. You can get stale Haribo. You can. Whereas you're not going to get a stale Albanese, and it has to do with the texture. It has to do with the squishable texture that is baseline of Albanese is like super squishable, right? And I like a little bit more of the firm Haribo, but they can be stale. I'm not going to lie.
Dude, you're not gonna. I'm offended when anyone thinks that. Don't even get me started on the Black Forest. No, it's the Haribo or it's nothing. Get out of here.
Black Forest, that doesn't. No, they don't count.
No, they don't count.
They're like
It's right out.
Yeah.
It's like saying that you like Twizzlers. Get out of here, you baby eater.
Oh
Twizzlers.
God, Twizzlers.
Yeah.
Why would you have a Twizzler when you could have a Red Vine?
Thank
you. That's the
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same. I feel the same way. I take very strong. I have a much stronger stance when it comes to that than I do my chocolate candy bars. I'm open to some leeway there, but don't get me started on gummy bears and licorice. Twizzlers.
Where are you on the Hershey's bar?
Specifically, just the Hershey's.
Yeah, you just the plain.
Just like the bar, just the straight chocolate. I mean, if you're making s'mores, great. You know, it's thin, it's meltable. But if you've had a few pops in the evening and you're sitting there and it's like, God, I really want to eat something that I probably shouldn't. It's in the closet. It's like, yeah, cool. It's accessible, but I'm not going to go search it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's fair.
Someone text our show and they said that your new jingle, it's not a jingle, your theme song that you created has a Ben Folds feel to it, and that's a great call. It does.
Wow, I could totally hear that.
Yeah, and Ben Folds is it is a great compliment because Ben Folds is absolutely fantastic.
And it's, you know what, I think part of what makes it like Ben Folds-ish is the fact that I think my voice cracks on like one of like the times where I'm like trying to get to the other note where it's like I can't really hold a tune. Like I could play my way through the music, but I'm not I can't sing, but like it does have kind of that Ben Folds
Yeah.
quality. I could hear that.
You should have been a
all right,
musician,
fair enough.
a professional musician.
It's a warmth and humanity to your voice. I like it.
Yeah, and Ben Folds has a
Warmth
little.
and humanity.
He's a little funny too. You know, he has little bits.
He's got bits up there on stage.
All right. Shall we talk about something of substance outside of your mom liking big hunks?
Yes, I'm gonna have to confirm that. I'm gonna text her when we get off. I'm gonna have to confirm whether or not this is true because
Tell her we're a little disappointed.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna talk of something of substance. What are we talking about?
Well, we're going to talk about Oregon football. And
Okay. Didn't we do that last week?
Well, I don't know. That's why you're on here, isn't it?
Oh, I thought I was here to sing.
Yeah, let's do that.
Two things can be true.
Yeah. It could be both and. It doesn't have to be a but. It could be an and.
We're yes-anding right now. We're improving.
Now, this may
Moving
be
this
a
along.
question I ask you each week. I don't know. We'll see how things go because it could be different each week. But what is, as we sit here today, what is Joey Harrington's biggest concern for Oregon football at this very moment? That's going to be the first
Do
question.
you want my answer at this moment, or are we going to
No.
tease this and come back after the break?
No, we need you to go text your mom about the big hunk. We'll come back, and we're going to talk a little Oregon football. Okay?
Bingo.
All right. Joey Harrington, Mods PDX. More next on The Fan.
It's time for a Ducks Report, the inside story on Ducks athletics. Brought to you by Mods PDX. The future of building is here.
Well, Marcus Mariota is doing something that he's done once before and is going to run it back. The Motivate Foundation is partnering with U of O Athletics to try to help send local kids to an Oregon football game this fall. They sent over 1,500 kids via donations and other things like that 2 years ago, and they're doing it again this season. He's also enlisted the help of Justin Herbert and Sabrina Ionescu.
Look at that. Giving back to the community.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Can we get him involved?
Mariano.
Getting some fitness, doing some remedial squat thrusts out there? Come on.
All right, Mods PDX, the future of building is here.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
When we look back and she does, and
What a jam. Ants Marching. I haven't heard this song forever.
Yeah, I don't catch a lot of Dave Matthews Band in my world.
It's for our guest.
Yeah, it's for our guest, Joey Harrington. He loves Dave Matthews and the Dave Matthews Band. So,
yeah. Wait, hold on. I just got a text. Hold on, my mom. Just a
okay.
second.
Big
All right.
hunk. Hot big hunk.
I'm putting you on speaker so I can check.
Oh, God.
No, it's not my mom.
All right.
We got excited there for a moment.
So you text your mom.
Yeah, I did too.
If she doesn't get back to you, then we'll find out next week. But if you're just tuning in, sources close to us from inside the Harrington family are saying that Joey's mom's favorite candy bar is the Big Hunk,
and we're all judging.
So is this actually inside? I gotta know. Is this inside the family?
It's
like
close.
inside, or are we?
No, it's close. I mean,
I don't know how much closer we could get.
As close as you could get.
It's close. That's all we can tell you. We can't reveal our sources, Joey, but it's close. It's inside the house.
Yeah, I think he's a little worried.
Yeah. Well, I would be too if I was exposing my mother as a fan of the Big Hunk bar. I mean, my God.
I mean, we have an image to uphold here.
Seriously. Come on.
Hey, real quick before we get to football, Ben, I was thinking about Ben Folds.
Yeah.
I love how
you're a pianist.
Before we get to football, I was talking about Ben Folds.
If you had to do,
what did you call me?
You're a pianist. If you had to dueling pianos with any other pianist, who would you choose?
Ooh. That's an interesting question.
Because I think Ben Folds would be a lot of fun.
He would be a lot of fun.
Oh, he's awesome. Dude, you need to brush up on Ben Folds. He's great. Like you could choose a Billy Joel, you could choose a classical pianist.
That's the obvious answer is like you go to a Billy Joel because that would be, or an Elton John because they'd be fun, Yeah.
You played with John Popper?
There's a story time. That's what I was going to say. There's a story time is when I got to Detroit, I got through the lines somehow. This was like when I first got there, they're like, hey, there's this guy, his name is Bob Birch, and he says he's the bass player for Elton John, and he wants to know if he can wear your jersey on stage tonight. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, here's the phone number and call him up. And so I was like, all right, so this guy named Bob, he was Elton's bass player for like 25 years, and he was from Detroit, and he's like, I'd just really love to invite you guys to the concert, and I'd be honored if I could wear your jersey. I was like, sweet. Yeah. So we were sitting on the edge of the stage when Billy Joel and Elton John were doing the dueling pianos back and forth. And I was like, dude, this is kind of awesome. Yeah. So I've seen that, and that's probably what I would say is I would want to be part of that.
Yeah. That's awesome. That would be awesome. I was going to say maybe an outside if you want like a kind of a dark horse, and it's actually Billy Joel's hero, Ray Charles, would be pretty stinking cool.
Yeah.
Ray Charles, but see now we're getting like, what are we going for? Are we going for like who is the best piano player? What are we like? Then I'm going for like Herbie Hancock, but Herbie Hancock would blow me out of the water. If we're going for the most fun, like maybe it's Ben Folds. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Well,
that's a cool one. Getting to be on stage and watching Billy and Elton go at it while they were like do each other. I went to a couple of those concerts. Dude, that's an all-timer, though. That's an all-timer.
Two very different styles.
We were sitting, like, off the edge. So the pianos were back-to-back, and we were far, like, just out of reach of the back of Elton John. And you could see Billy's head over the top of his piano, and then all of a sudden, like, he crawls up on top when Elton is playing, and he starts, like, crawling at him like, he's the Sex Panther from Odeon. And I was like, good God, like, what is going on here? And I was like, this is your welcome to this world kind of moment. And I was like, just off the edge, just outside of that little, it wasn't quite the piano threesome that we'd all hope for.
All right, so we're careening toward football season. It won't be long. And I may ask you this multiple times over the next couple of weeks just to see if things change, but what is your biggest concern regarding Oregon football as it stands right now today?
What is my biggest what? You just cut out, sorry.
Concern for the upcoming season.
Concern. Youth.
I can see that. Quarterback,
wide receiver.
Yeah.
I'm not so, we're going to get Noah back, but, is he going to play over, a couple of the transfer? And I know that's not the, let's say we're beyond the, the freshmen and sophomores play and have meaningful impacts now. But I don't know, when you've had the type of quarterback play that Oregon has over the last, was it 3 seasons now? It's going to be different. It doesn't mean that's going to be bad. And it doesn't mean that it can't be explosive. It doesn't mean they can't win games with it. It's my guess is it's going to be a little bit less consistent than what we've seen from truly two of the most efficient quarterbacks that Oregon has ever had.
How young are they? Do we have any numbers on Oregon? I just mean in general.
No, but I mean the 3 linemen that the line is very veteran because the 2 tackles you brought in. In fact, I think Pregnon too. I think all the linemen you brought in are at least juniors. I actually think they're all seniors.
But see, I'm also thinking wide receiver. I'm thinking of DeCorian Moore.
The wideouts are young. The tight ends are young. Yeah. The backs are experienced. On the defensive side of the ball, you've got some youth. So it's kind of a mixed. It's a mixed bag. But your quarterback and your receivers and your skill position groups, for the most part, outside of running backs, you're gonna have a lot of youth, and you're gonna need youth to kind of be the focal point of it.
Yeah, which, in an age when, you've got seniors transferring to new schools, that's not going to necessarily be to our benefit, especially at the beginning of the season.
So it just looks like it just looks more inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean, again, my point is I expect, whoever it is, playing quarterback. I mean, I think we all assume that it's going to be Dante, but whoever it is, we expect them to play well. I mean, they're all highly recruited, players who've shown that they can play the game. But I think it's just going to be a little bit less consistent than it has been with Bo and Dylan. Which, I mean, again, what's your point? What's your measuring stick? Your measuring stick is a guy who broke the completion percentage record in college football, and the other guy was what, the winningest quarterback in the history of college football, or had played more. Our level of comparison at Oregon over the last 2 years is pretty ridiculous. However, and they're still going to be compared to that.
I would expect the offense to come out. I think they're going to be more run heavy. You got everyone, like I said, every one of your linemen. It is all those guys. The transfers you brought in were seniors. Poncho's a junior. Bedford's a senior. You're just going to come out. I think you're gonna ram it down people's throats and then try to ease more into it a little bit. And you got a freak in a tight end in Sadiq who is young but has played. I think he goes in as I think this is actually his 3rd year in the program. So yeah, I just think you're going to see maybe a more of a rugged physical. And look, it's not like Oregon. Everyone always talks about Oregon throwing the ball around. This has always been it would laugh when you say it's a finesse team.
Even in Chips days, it was run heavy.
They run the ball, and I think there will be an emphasis on that. And then you take some shots, and actually kind of looking through the 2 deep. It really is a veteran. There are position groups, and there's going to DeCorian Moore is a freshman. You're going to need him to be big, right? Dante Moore, sophomore. You're going to need,
especially because I think because we lost Evan Stewart, right? So Stewart's out. You're gonna have to have young wide receivers making big plays from a young quarterback.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of young depth on the defense, but most of the starters on the defensive side of the ball, even some of the new guys that are kind of playing bigger roles, they've been there. I think this is more of this is the 4th year of Dan Lanning in that recruiting cycle, and so the transfer portal is great. You rebuild the offensive line with it. You went out and got Hughes at the running back position, but I think this year you're going to see more of the homegrown talent as the backups that are freshmen and sophomores, but the guys that are sophomores and juniors that are starting now. It's more of this cycle of Dan Lanning's guys that are kind of growing up.
All right. You think you feel good about 4-0 going into the Penn State game?
Yes.
Oh,
Do
for
you?
sure.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
They're going to cruise.
Watch out for my Bobcats.
into Penn State.
Yeah, it's a good team. All right, let us know what Mom says, because we're going to need to.
I know. I just checked my text messages and she hasn't responded yet.
Yeah,
Should
well,
I be worried?
the olds don't. Nah, you know how they are.
She's busy. She's playing.
She's probably in the garden.
Playing Scrabble or something.
No, she's playing pickleball is what she's doing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Pickleball wizard is
Are you
what
into
she is.
pickleball?
I'll play with her, but I wouldn't choose to do it.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather play golf.
Hell yeah. A real sport.
Hell yeah, that's
a man's
some, hell
sport.
yeah, that's some good sports.
All right, have a good weekend, okay? Enjoy your time out there.
Yeah, we will. Okay,
right.
bye.
Bye. Joey Harrington, he played quarterback.
Yeah.
Much like myself.
Before the knee injury.
Both at a high level.
I never played quarterback, unfortunately.
His segment's brought to you by Mods PDX. The future of building is here. Move over, fentanyl. We've got some scare tactics coming your way next. Club 1080 on the Fan.
This is Rick Jones of Goldberg Jones. From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Brian Buckley with a Sports Center update. First on the Fan, the Mariners back at it tonight. They've won 5 in a row and are just a game and a half behind the Astros in the AL West. The Astros are leading the Yankees 2-0 right now, but the M's opening a 3-game set with the Rays at T-Mobile Park. Luis Castillo will take the hill for Seattle. Former Beaver Drew Rasmussen gets the start for Tampa. First pitch is at about 6:40. In the association, Boston Celtics have signed head coach Joe Mazzulla to a multi-year contract extension. The terms of that deal not yet disclosed. And we've got a trio of NFL preseason games tonight, including the Shadur Sanders debut in Charlotte. It's the Browns debut for Sanders. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes on 11 of 19 passing for 103 yards. They are in the third quarter of that one. Browns leading 14-7. Falcons and Lions tied at 10 in the third quarter. And the Patriots all over the Commanders 27-3. Rookie Trevion Henderson with a 100-yard kick return on his first touch as a Patriot. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurting missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for Seahawks football. The Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. Warning. The following program may not be suitable for children. Hold on to your butts. As the sun sets over Slabtown, in the shadows of the Fremont Bridge, a club comes to life where you can let your freak flag fly.
There's a new fiesta in the making as we speak. Full kegs. Everybody's gonna be there. You ought to go.
The only thing that's off limits are the words you can't say thanks to the FCC.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
We've given away too much to arrive at these political compromises. Yeah.
Google me, bitch.
Oh no, oh no.
Well, my.
Wow.
Who's winning? What is occurring?
She poops at qualities.
Hey, Lane Kiffin.
Oh, I know.
Okay, we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby, on 105.1 and 1080. The Fan. Hoo-wee.
We were talking about Dave Matthews because Buck played Ants Marching for Joey's second segment of radio broadcast tonight here on the show.
Sexment? Wow. I mean, Joey's handsome. I didn't know we were doing that. It's a sexment.
And somebody said, did you guys see that video of Dave Matthews breaking up a fight that was happening in the front of his stage?
No.
I just watched it.
Dave Matthews is breaking up fights?
Well, no, he did not break up a fight.
No offense, but Dave Matthews doesn't really seem like the breaking up fight kind of guy.
He was playing a song. This was in Montana. Just a couple, it was August 3rd, it said. He was playing a song. Somebody's filming it. And he stops and he goes, yo, bros, what are you guys doing? 2 bros were up there bowing up.
It's like high tea bros. Come on. Montana guys.
And so he refused to play another note while they were in the building. So he had them they were escorted out. Yeah, because they were fighting.
Yeah. I've had a kerfuffle or two at a show like that.
Everybody cheered.
Yeah, it happens.
He didn't want that. He told him to get the F out. He goes, I don't care if you came from Timbuktu to see this show. Yeah. I'm not playing another note while you 2 idiots are in here.
We're sending the bad people out.
We were at a Whiskey Myers show together once. Not together, we were at the same show, and the Whiskey Myers guys stopped the concert to kick some idiot out. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy was right.
Stop.
That guy was right in front of me.
Yeah. Because I was a little further back, but yeah, like the guy stopped the show and got like pissed at him. He was like a super fan that was yelling and climbing up, and he booted him.
So the guy, so we were sitting right next to the guy who was with that guy.
Yeah.
And he said he had way too much to drink, which was obvious. But he was having a good time at the show, but he literally just just out of the blue, walks past all of us and runs up to the stage.
Yep. The guy's
and
like,
tries to get on the stage.
The guy's like, nope.
And so then we were like, dude, we go to the guy next to us, like, what is that? He's like, he's had a lot to drink. And then he said he's like the biggest fan of this band. Yeah. And he just lost control. Had to run up there.
Yeah.
And he got booted.
Yeah, it happens. I said
he was housed.
Yeah. I am fascinated by the level, especially like that's a band you like. I was at the White Buffalo is a much smaller act, but he's one of my favorites. And we were watching the White Buffaloes a couple years ago in Portland, and maybe it was at where that was at, maybe Wonder Ballroom, something like that. And we were right up against the stage, and he has a song called "Bar in the Beer." It's an older White Buffalo song, but it's pretty popular one, but it's older. And there's this dude, it's same thing. We're like right against the stage. And the entire show, every time there's a break in any music, he does this, bar in the beer, and just keeps yelling, bar in the beer. And Jake, who's the White Buffalo, keeps telling the guys, like, dude, it's like, we'll get there. Just take a bar in the beer. And my man is just house, and his pants are like keep falling down around his ankles. And at some point in the show, he decides, as the White Buffalo is playing, he reaches up and grabs the microphone.
Oh, no.
And we're just like, oh my God. And so I reached up and I grabbed him. I was right behind him, and I was like, I thought he was climbing on the stage. We were going to pull the mic down. And I pulled him down. And he kind of fell off the stage. And the dude's trying to get up, and he's just so pee drunk, and he's mad, and he's trying to swing, but he can't really stand up. So he just kind of kept nudging him down. Just kind of gave him like the poking him with a foot, and the security came and drug him away. And the guy's girlfriend was like, I am so sorry, he is your biggest fan. Because the White Buffalo is like stops the next song. He's like, man, that guy. And the poor girlfriend is like, he's your biggest fan. Like
he's your biggest fan?
No, he was the White Buffalo.
Fan.
She's like, he's been waiting for this to see you for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
hell of a way of showing it.
Right?
Expired.
Like how I understand having some pops. I will never understand how you can get that drunk. Like you've been waiting for that show. It's your favorite. You're in the front row, and you just decide, you know what? He's not. I'm just gonna grab the. I'm gonna grab the mic. I'm just gonna grab the mic, and maybe then he'll hear me. As if like he wasn't. He had already acknowledged your drunken call out for the song, and it was a hell of a thing. The girl was apologizing, asking not to kick him out, and they're like, yeah, he's good.
Oh, he's kicked
Yeah,
out.
you grab the mic, you're gonna leave.
So we have the mom text from Joey's mom.
Yeah.
And it's a delightful text.
It is.
It reads, wow, that's out of the blue. Now, again, just to reset this, our Harrington family sources, and they are inside moles, said that Joey's mom's favorite candy bar is the Big Hunk.
And yeah, it's just a terrible thing to have to live down that your mom's a fan of the Big Hunk.
It's a damning fact.
It is.
And so he texted her to see if that was true, and she said, wow, that's out of the blue. When I was a kid, it was the Mountain Bar by Brown and Haley. They made almond roca, too. Now it's Ghirardelli 86% intense dark chocolate bar. Why do you ask? Seems like an odd question when you're having a golf weekend in BB with your buddies.
By the way, is that the most specific answer of all time?
Yes.
She
even put in who made it.
She gave you the childhood candy bar. Yeah, made by,
You
blah,
got
blah,
a book
blah.
report, a history lesson. Is she a teacher? Like, that's amazing.
And then this, the Ghirardelli, but only the 86%.
The intense dark chocolate.
Yeah, God forbid we have 87 or 88. No, 86.
Dude, does Joey's mom answer every question with that kind of detail? Do we need to have a weekly bit where we ask Joey's mom?
Dude, that is a great idea. And do not tell him. Yeah. So what we can't do is let the cat out of the bag that it's a radio bit.
Yes.
Because that will change her answers.
We need
her to think that Joey is texting her some random question each Friday at 5:30.
Yes.
That's a great bit. We're going to do that. I want that.
Because if that's the most detailed response to just a random question that you could get.
Now I think we need our source to feed us more information too.
Well, and I also think the source. Are we going
to
the
ignore the
fact
fact
that the source is wrong? And that's a very close source.
But how would the source come up with that opinion if it wasn't rooted in something?
Here's the thing, right? And I think this happens quite a bit. To say something is your favorite, like if you asked me if you asked my kids what my favorite candy bar was, chances are they're going to get a candy bar that I really like. Is it what I would say is my favorite? I'm not certain. This source may have seen the mom enjoying a Big Hunk. Maybe he or they have heard her proclaim her enjoyment of the Big Hunk. But actually, when you ask her what her favorite is, apparently it's this Mountain Bar and or the 86% Ghirardelli's dark chocolate. But if you also notice, she did not include in that, I like the Big Hunk, but I like these better.
Yeah, she didn't say anything about the Big Hunk.
Or is it possible that the mom is embarrassed that she likes a Big Hunk bar?
I don't know. It's a weird answer.
It is a weird answer. And nowhere in that answer was the big hunk stated. It was just kind of ignored. And I find that interesting. And I've never had a mountain bar, by the way, but someone here says the mountain bar is the S.
Never heard of it.
Nor have I. But apparently it's made by the same people that make almond roca. And let me say, the almond roca is delightful.
Is that what we have out?
Yeah, that's almond
in the
roca.
back out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
We still have like a lifetime supply of those here in the office.
Basically.
Yeah.
We've gone through cashew roca, peppermint roca,
Yeah.
dark chocolate roca.
We once had an entire closet of Celsius energy drinks and almond roca. And I think eventually the energy drinks went, but somehow the roca remains.
They're still coming.
They're still coming.
They keep filling it up.
Baskets full.
Yeah.
Do we have a deal with them?
No, there was like at some point we got some sort of promotional thing, and I think we got like 40 boxes of almond roca, and inside those boxes there's like 1,000 pieces of roca.
40,000 almond rocas.
You should see the razors that I have at my house. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stole some of those too.
I took the 2 boxes.
You took both boxes?
Both boxes.
God.
Well, they said they were throwing them away. Remember when we moved studios, they had all that stuff lined up in the trash pile. And they said, hey, McGinley, Crazy as McGinley said, anyone that wants anything, take this, or it's going in the trash or it's going to Goodwill. And so I was leaving that night, and there were 2 giant boxes of, like, I don't know, they're like Bic.
They're Bics.
They're Bic, whatever, like the 5 or 6 blade razors or whatever. And I use razors to shave my head. And I was like, are they going to throw these away? And I never used one before. And I was like, oh, I'll try one. So I took one, and I took it home that night, and I shaved my head with it. And I was like, oh, this is a pretty good razor. And I came back the next day, and those boxes were sitting there. And I went to Crazy Eyes and said, are these going to get thrown away? He goes, yeah. He's like, what do you, like, we're not donating. Like, I don't know, they're going in the trash. So I took both of those boxes home, and we did the count when we got home, because it said how many are in the box. And I know you had taken some and some people, but roughly each one of those boxes contained 750 razors.
Oh my God.
And I have 2 of them. So let's say, people took a couple, whatever. I had roughly probably 1,300 of those. And I use it maybe twice to shave my head, and then I just throw it in the trash, and I get a brand new one.
Like the NBA players that wear a new pair of shoes and
Must
socks.
be
every
nice.
game.
Yeah, and I've been doing that now. When did we leave that building? Like,
I don't
couple years?
Even know. When was that?
Well, it was before
COVID.
It was before I was full time with you guys.
Yeah.
So like it would have been 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
2020.
And I know at some point I'm going to go out into my garage and be like, oh my God, like
there's more.
No, like I'm going to run out of them. But when I tell you that they are like, I don't know how many I have left, but I think I probably still have like 1,000. They're just, and every time I'm done with them, I just go down to the garage and I grab like 10 more, go throw them underneath my
What do
sink.
you say you drop a few off for a fella?
Well, you don't shave.
Well, of course I shave. I shave my neck here.
Oh.
I shave my little facey.
Oh, well,
right
how
there.
many? Yeah.
Hey, come on, bring me some freaking razors, man. I didn't know you'd take the whole box.
Yeah, drop some off for a fella.
I didn't know you shaved.
Well, yeah.
I assumed that was clippers.
No.
Oh.
I shave.
Yeah. Yeah, I shave my. I just because
Hey, those are expensive, man.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just got a text from another Odyssey/Intercom superstar.
Yeah.
You may remember the name Tim Taylor.
I do remember Tim Taylor.
He's listening. Mm-hmm. He says he still has some of those razors.
Right? Like it's.
I should have taken the whole boxes.
Yeah.
Damn
So
it.
I'm looking here. That is a. So it's a Bic 5, and it looks like the Bic 5 here. We're looking at about $8 to $9 for one of those.
And you have 1,000 of them?
Probably 1,000. Yes. Because if you've ever shaved your head, you know that the first sign of it going kind of dull, it can get a little bumpy. Like it there, so a sharp razor makes the difference. And after 2 or 3 shaves, you can start to feel it like tug just a little bit. And in the past, I would just, you power through that. No. The first sign, I go right in the trash and I pull out a new one because I have 1,000 of them.
Well, don't they have the little strip that discolors?
Yeah.
And you can tell that
Oh,
way
I
too.
never get to a discolored strip.
Yeah, that discolored strip is like after 20 shaves or something.
Yeah.
No, dude. These.
You would think they would make that color like You would think they would go the other way with it, kind of like Apple was with their batteries, you know?
Yeah.
Like make it up, one shave, it's discolored. Better get a new one. So they make you buy more, but they don't.
I go off of feel, but yes, I have
you can feel it.
I have an endless supply of razors, and I know one day, years from now, I'm gonna go out to my garage, and it's gonna be a shock when I look down and be like, oh my god,
I have to go buy a razor.
I have to buy a razor. I don't even know what I'll do with myself. Yes, if you're in the need of razors, I think I can spare one or two due to the 1,000 that I have.
You should hoard them all. You should give some to us.
They were being thrown away.
Well, I know, but you can't take all of them.
Well, what am I?
You hand them out like Santa Claus.
But I think his point is anybody could have grabbed some and no one else did. So in his mind, he's the only one who wanted them.
I didn't take any until the day that Crazy Eyes McGinley said, these are being thrown away.
No, I know, but what I think I would have done...
I thought they were crappy razor blades.
No, they're actually not.
Yeah, I had no idea.
What I would have done is I would have gone around and said, hey, do you want any of these before I'm taking these?
Yeah.
But
I'll give you these for $1 each.
Well, but again,
I'll pay you $9,000 for them.
Multiple emails were sent out.
I know. I'm just saying, I don't think I would have loaded up both boxes in my truck and just taken off.
I did.
But apparently you did.
Trash.
And it was weird because, like I said, I thought they were going to be garbage razors. And that's why I took like one or two home and I was like, oh, this isn't bad. And I went back and was like, hey, I wonder if any of those are left. And there's 2 giant boxes of them. So to the fine folks that make the Bic Flex 5.
Why did we have all those?
I have no idea. My guess is they were given to us for like the Rogue, some sort of promotional thing that because of COVID, we probably never... we used to send people out on events and we would hand stuff out, but then COVID hit and those all stopped.
Remember when we couldn't touch the flag sticks?
Yes.
What a time.
It was an amazing time.
All right. Let's talk cocktails. Move over, Fentanyl. That's next on The Fan.
The Trailblazers off-season.
drinking tonight? I have to.
Well,
is this a domestic thing or?
Well, I feel like Portland is as good a spot as any to be seeing this kind of thing.
Why does everyone have to ruin like great things like drugs and drinking? Can't you just let us be?
A Canadian woman is warning social media users after she lost her eyesight from sipping a stealthily toxic cocktail overseas. And she says she's one of the lucky ones. In December, 7 tourists were hospitalized in Fiji after drinking tainted booze at a luxury resort bar.
This is different. Remember, wasn't there some people in the Dominican Republic a couple years ago that were getting mysteriously sick and no one could figure out why? Like someone died?
Yeah, but they were just in their rooms.
Yeah, so this isn't... Did we ever find out what that was?
No.
So we know this is tainted booze.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So just a month earlier, 6 young travelers, including 1 American, died in Laos under similar circumstances. Each year, thousands are killed or sickened after unknowingly consuming alcoholic beverages laced with methanol.
We're putting what?
Methanol. That's right.
Huh.
It smells no different and it tastes no different from the alcohol that we typically drink. It's a clear, flammable liquid that smells almost identical to ethanol, its drinkable cousin, but it's highly toxic to humans. Just as little as 30 milliliters of it, or a shot, can kill you. 15 milliliters of it can make you go blind, have organ failure, liver damage, and even brain damage.
Can I ask why we're putting methanol in booze?
It's commonly used in household and industrial products such as gasoline, antifreeze, paint thinner, and windshield wiper fluids.
Yeah, when I hear methanol, I think like a lighter that you some sort of fuel.
But on the black market, especially in developing countries, it is often dumped into bootleg alcohol to stretch supply and fatten profits. So it's basically fentanyl.
Wow.
That toxic mix is then sold to bars, hotels, and other establishments where it's served to unsuspecting patrons.
Oh my gosh. So I can't even drink in third world countries anymore, huh?
Dude, that's not good.
No, that's all kinds of bad. And you have no idea.
No idea.
And you wouldn't know it by taste, smell, nothing. You're just...
I mean, I would assume that's... Because they said luxury hotel bar.
Yeah.
I would assume that the really nice places may be able to start testing.
Gosh.
But I don't know about that either.
No, dude, that's...
Because there's a fentanyl test, right?
Yeah, I think...
You can test
I think most drugs now, there's like a little... I think the police like have them. And I think you can get them because it's Portland. I think they give them to the drug addicts, which I don't understand because they're trying to take the drugs. But yeah, you can like check for... You can check for stuff. You shake it if it turns blue or something. Although I guess if you're a drug addict, you would want to check it because you just want to take meth or coke. You don't want to take fentanyl. So yeah, you can do it. So there's a boot. Like, is there like a straw I stick in my drink? Because I think they have roofie ones like that.
Do they?
For like like the sorority, gals in college. I think there's like a stick that you can put in your drink and it turns a color if it's if there's like chemicals in it.
Yeah, see, they'll come up with something for this too, but
that's kind of scary, man.
You gotta be careful out there.
Because I don't know about you, I do like to travel, and when I travel, it's sometimes to those developing countries, and I drink when I go to those places.
Yeah, we're going to Mexico in January for the kid's wedding.
Yeah.
And
you're gonna have some beverages.
Well, yeah.
Or are you?
I think I'll stick to bottled beer and wine.
Maybe either that, or can you have like a someone that you don't like and give them the booze first and see if they're okay.
I'm blind.
Yeah, give it to Bob and see if Bob is still standing in a couple hours, and if so, then hey, we call it good.
Well, that's a crazy story, bro.
Yeah, it's no good, man. And that's some more fear mongering for us out there going to developing countries.
Well, I think I don't know if that's fear mongering. You should be aware of that.
Yeah.
That's something you should probably think about.
It is one of the downsides when you go to those places is rules and regulations don't necessarily fly in place. They've got bigger concerns than what's in their alcohol.
Hey, are you stressed?
Not really, but
Try a pacifier.
Oh my God.
That story's next. But first, Buck with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a SportsCenter update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with the SportsCenter update. First on the Fan, NFL preseason action tonight. It's the Shadur Sanders show in Charlotte as the Browns take on the Panthers. 21-7, I should say, in favor of Cleveland. Shadur Sanders is 14 of 23 for 138 yards and 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, the Lions lead the Falcons 17-10 early in the fourth quarter, and the Patriots all over the Commanders 27-3 early in the third quarter. Patriots rookie Trevion Henderson with a 100-yard kick return on his first touch as a Patriot. Meanwhile, the Mariners back in action tonight. They have won 5 in a row, just a game and a half behind the Astros in the AL West. The Astros currently tied with the Yankees 2-2 currently. The M's will open up a 3-game set against the Rays tonight at T-Mobile. Luis Castillo gets the ball for Seattle. Former Beaver Drew Rasmussen is on the hill for Tampa. First pitch is at 6:40. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of Primetime with Isaac and Sue. Weekdays
pretty safe. I mean, I think it's kind of silly. Like it's okay. So like if we're at a bar and we're drinking, having a good time, and I pull out a methanol test kit,
are you the?
I mean, come on. I get how that looks.
Sure,
I look like that guy, but at the same time, dude, there could be something in that cocktail that could kill you.
Exactly.
Why not just test it?
Yeah, and believe me, I've well, you're probably going to like a nice resort down in Mexico.
Yeah,
but this one said
all-inclusive.
But this one said luxury resort.
Yeah,
right,
that's what I
Fiji?
mean.
Like, I've stayed many places that are off the beaten path in Mexico, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't feel one bit weird about pulling out a methanol stick or a kit, because dude, some of the places that I've drank in Mexico, I think methanol might be the best thing that could go in that. I mean, there's some roadside bars where sanitary conditions and God knows what's in there. It's the truth of the matter.
I also have a at-home methanol test.
Yeah.
You can do.
Okay.
Or you could do this in the bar. It might be a fun little party trick.
I'll do it later tonight. What do we got?
So light your drink on fire.
Can I light my Wisconsin Old Fashioned on fire?
And if the flame is blue, it's ethanol, which is fine.
Yeah.
If the flame is yellow, that means it's methanol. It contains methanol.
Okay, so
you want blue flame. You know how when they light like shots on fire, they're blue?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
If you see yellow,
it's trouble.
When they light.
Hey, Nicholas, if you're listening to me right now, later tonight I'm going to need you to light that Wisconsin oldie. I'm going to need you to light that on fire because I don't trust your ass. The sort of fellow that would try to poison me.
By the way, we have some new drops courtesy of our drop maestro over there.
Yeah, what do we got?
Ryan Buckley. Well, I was telling him during the break, when this show is dead and gone,
the drops will live on.
Which could be tomorrow.
It's possible. Well, I could die of ethanol, or I guess it'd be methanol poisoning tonight.
The Buck will have been a big part of our show, and he's had many contributions, but none finer than the Trump drops.
Yeah.
I mean, we would not have mined nearly the number of Trump drops.
No. Gold, Jerry, gold.
Without Buck. And he has mined so many Trump drops that we now have a Primetime Trump drops page.
I have concepts of a plan.
That includes some newbies like...
Somebody said skedaddle.
Oh, wait, that's not a new one. Hold on. Some newbies like...
Let's get the hell out of here.
No, that's not new.
No, that's not new.
The next three.
Okay, these three are new.
Finally.
It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that.
So that's for pretty much any joke that we ever tell.
Pretty much.
It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that.
He was shocked that he was not.
Yeah.
They were not applauding.
He was talking about something they were doing, and it was just kind of a quiet room, and he stops, and he's miffed.
He wants credit, damn it.
That's a big deal. Thank you very much.
I like that. That will be used many times.
That's a big deal. Thank you very much.
And this little goodie.
If they get a bad back, they die.
I can't wait.
For sports injuries?
Well, Matthew Stafford's dealing with one right now.
Right. If they get a bad back, they die.
Perfect.
Hey, what happened to Soto? He's out with a sore back. Well, you know what happens.
If they get a bad back, they die.
And someone did bring up, and I did tell that story. When I was in St. Lucia, we were, it was 2 years ago, we were at a block party. And two things that the St. Lucians are very proud of, and that is their weed and their cocaine. And the dude was like, he was trying to like give us cocaine, and we were like, no, we're okay. And he was like, he was offended that we were turning down cocaine. And he thought we were turning down cocaine, not because we didn't want cocaine. We were turning down because he thought it was like, because in America, cocaine can be like dangerous. And he was offended, and he said that in America, we have garbage-ass yellow cocaine. He's like, look at this right here. Look at the purity of this. You think there's anything wrong with this? And he was offended, literally offended that someone would question the purity of his cocaine. So in that instance, you do have to be careful not to offend your, the natives. You take out a drug testing kit. It's not gonna.
Could be offensive.
It could be offensive to him.
Do you understand that?
I just love. No, it's all right, man. Why not? Look at this. Look at the purity of this. Look how white this is. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, I'm out. Sorry, buddy.
Well,
That's a big deal. Thank you very much.
He wouldn't have liked you.
All
I
right.
just enjoyed that they took community pride.
All right, you little bitches.
You know, like some places are known for certain things. I like that those fine people down there were like, man, have you tried our cocaine?
I mean, just stupid.
Homegrown, man, just like how mom used to make it.
All right. Yeah, Jordan says, man, I need to get to St. Lucia. The only thing cocaine is good for around here is frying chicken.
Bobby! Bobby spent some time out in St. Lucia.
That's a big deal. Thank you very much.
All right, when the going gets tough, the tough pop in a pacifier. That story next on The Fan.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
I tell you what, we just figured out who is the raver at the fan.
All right. Hey,
Buck knew all about that.
If
Never
they get
been
a
to a
bad
rave.
back, they die.
And I did not have Buck
I didn't either.
on my rave bingo card.
I could see it though. I bet you had a rave
Back
phase.
in the day.
I've never been to a rave.
Turkish bathhouse. I've
That's
been
a
to
good story.
I've been to a rave, but I don't know if I actively participated in the rave. It was it wasn't for me. But I did see a lot of pacifiers. And I didn't understand. I didn't know if they were like laced with something. I thought maybe that was what it is, like you dip the binky. But I like the lockjaw thing. That makes
I guess
sense.
you could.
But now this is like, so this is just a Chinese thing where
Yeah.
we're just doing bits now.
This guy says, when I'm under pressure at work, I feel a sense of safety from childhood.
Oh my god. Is there no anything as like shame anymore or like pride?
Well, the
Nothing?
kids don't care.
The kids don't.
They don't
We're
care
just-
what you think.
We're just done with it. Okay.
There is a dentist who warns that if you sleep with a pacifier in your mouth, it can interfere with breathing, and in the worst case, there is a risk of suffocation.
Yeah, I would suck one down the old esophagus there.
The doctor also cautioned that prolonged use can mess with your bite, strain your jaw, and even disrupt sleep.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, the pediatricians have told us, like, get them out of the kids' mouths by the age of 3, because then it'll affect their bite. The way they, like, push their tongue forward, it'll, like, make their teeth go out.
TikTok.
Yeah, that can be a problem getting your kid to not use the binky though,
Yeah,
right?
but if they continue to use it past when they should, and their teeth are, like, coming in stronger and developing, like, you're going to need orthodontia.
What even does the binky do for the kid?
Again, I think it's like soothing.
Well, it's in the name. It's
Yeah.
a pacifier.
Yeah,
It
it's
pacifies the child.
Yeah.
But what's the science behind that? You just
I don't know. I mean,
sucking on something.
I chew on things.
What?
You don't. I mean, you're
Yeah,
you're
no,
a
I do.
toothpick guy, right?
Yeah, I have toothpicks,
Yeah.
straws. Like I do have an oral fixation, as it
Yeah,
were.
As do I.
But I don't know why. I don't know why.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't feel less stressed if I do it.
Is it like a stress ball? That same that just the clicking, chewing gum? I don't know. I always if I go to a bar, the first thing I do is take the cocktail straw out and I chew on it, and I don't know. I always chew on a straw or a pen cap. And I've done it forever. Don't know why, but obviously there's some sort of subconscious thing to it where it's soothing. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it.
What
So
if
then
you showed up at a job interview with the binky?
Yeah, that's a rough.
How do you think that would go?
That's a rough look. Well, is there someone that would look odder than me with a binky? I mean, that doesn't.
I think everyone look odd with a binky if you're an adult.
Well, I mean, not really. There's people in Portland.
That's a big deal. Thank you very much.
That I wouldn't think twice about it. Like,
What
kids,
fan personality is best suited to have a binky?
I'm thinking Schultz.
Schultz?
If I saw Schultz with a binky, I don't think I would be.
Why?
I don't think I would be. I don't know. Like, he wears a headband. I could see that. I don't know.
He
I
likes
just,
accessories.
yeah, I don't know. I could just see him not caring and being like, "What? I'm using my binky." I think Sprague too. I think Sprague would lean into it and be like, "I don't give a damn." We'd find out that it had some sort of like breathing benefits to it, and it would help his runs. I could see that. I could see him not caring and just being like, "No, I don't. That's what I'm
Helps
doing."
me sleep. What?
Yeah, like what? It's like you take cold plunges. I suck on a binky. What?
The text line also saying the reason you see him at raves is it keeps people from grinding their teeth.
Oh, you grind the teeth when you're on.
When you're on the
stuff.
La Coca.
You're on the drugos.
Well, TikTok is sucking this up. Apparently, videos all over the place of Americans pacifying themselves, whether it be traffic, at work, or in the throes of burnout.
Yeah.
It says here.
Yeah, again, I try to, you assist or get out of the way. Man, whatever you need to get through life. We all need a little anesthesia from time to time, but it is fascinating how seemingly we are getting softer and softer by the day.
One guy says it's an ADHD tip. ADHD.
The attention deficit, right?
Yeah. He says
So you just
he
suck-
swears by an adult pacifier.
And another good point here, it says from our text line, since a pacifier is a proxy for the mother's breast, why aren't we just, going to boobs to relieve stress for us?
Right?
I think that's right.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get too...
It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that.
Don't we all, when you're laying in bed, like you're getting ready to go to bed, don't we all do the stress ball?
What does
No?
that mean?
So you when you make the spoons, you guys, I'm assuming at night you guys cuddle up a little bit.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and you make the spoons. and the hands go around, the patented Sucana can bra. I mean, that's the only proper way to cuddle, unless you want to go one high, one low, which again is an acceptable form.
Dave, is that foreplay? No, I'm just stressed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I will literally have the BTJ ask me. She's like, "Are you trying something, or are you just?" And I'm like, "No, it's just what I'm."
No, I'm just relieving some stress.
Yeah.
Babe. Don't you worry.
Yeah. You either go with the patented hand bra, or you go underhand top, and then then you can use the top hand goes south of the border, and it's a nice you just hold, and it's a very nice soothing, rhythmic, puts everyone to sleep. It's great. Same sort of thing. Stress relief. I assume that was it sounds like I'm on an island here.
I think we're going to stop.
You are on an island.
I think we know those moves, but I'm not sure we go to sleep like that. At least I don't go to sleep like that.
Oh yeah, it's a go-to. That's just a calming.
I do. I will though get kind of handsy.
Yeah.
I don't want to admit, but like I get handsy.
Yeah.
Pretty much at all hours. It's not a nighttime thing. It's just
well,
I just like to
Yeah.
grab my wife's boobs.
Yeah, they're fun, right? I mean,
She doesn't mind.
yeah,
Take off your
exactly.
shirt and throw me. At least she doesn't say she
She
might.
placates you, I'm just telling you, at nighttime, when you're getting ready to go to
What
bed,
the
and you're
hell
like,
is
honey, let's
going
make
on?
the spoons. Try a little one high, one low routine, and don't do it. You just hold,
I'm gonna show you my boobs.
hold, and I'm telling you, it's a delightful way to go to bed.
Then the bonus rewards program kicks in.
And occasionally, it leads to other stuff. You'll be like, oh, because I'm going with my normal nighttime routine, and every now and then, a little spark at nights, and I'm like, ooh, added bonus. And if not, drift off to sleep with my little
If they
stress.
get a bad back, they die.
Exactly. Helps you keep a strong back. Well,
Right.
I thought the hand bra was I thought that was universal.
Hand bra is what the astronomer CEO had going on when he got caught by Coldplay. He was doing a double hand bra from behind.
Oh, you don't hand bra at concerts? Dude, the hand bra is like that's a classic. I mean, that's apple pie and ice cream right there. Hand bra. Out in public doing a little sway.